Fam, here we are in our. Well, I guess it's something since 2014 we've had to get used to, isn't it? Here's our guys. Monday, having a deal with all the haters saying things like, "What? Ain't a damn thing changed. Bleep you and your team." Yeah. Yeah. I thought we were past that. Fam, we went from beginning of the season, and well, toward the end of last season, we come into this season, we got high expectations. We got a chance to get to the playoffs if we could just stay focused, stay on target. We got all the tools. We got the coach. We got desire. Let's go. But you know what we didn't count on? We didn't count injuries, did we? Then this goes all the way back to 2014. Remember that season where we're standing there and the camera kept panning every now and then, in the game, right? And then it would pan over to Willis Bowman standing on the sidelines. Huh? This is Willis. Willis and Bowman standing on the sidelines. And you kept thinking, as some of those games we were losing, because we went 8-8 in 2014, right? We're standing there thinking things like, if we could just have you guys back, the most dynamic linebacking crew in the NFL, it would make such a difference. So, no, we lost 2014. Injuries. And we had more injuries, too, that season. I forget how many people went out, but I do know that Chris Borland and Michael Will Hoyt manned the linebacking crew that year, and they did a good job. I think we'd already lost. Did we already lose Alden Smith? So I think all we had was, who do we have in linebackers? What's the meanest man in the world? Linebacker. Once they go for 4 or 5 years, but anyway, we were like an okay. We still had the cowboy, but we had a one-armed cowboy. Remember, one arm wasn't working. He didn't say anything about that, but it was bad. It was really bad. Running back, were we okay at running back that year? I think we lost. No, Frankie Gore was there the whole season. And we were working on an experiment. Yeah, Harbaugh's experiment. He's going to make Cap into a pocket quarterback, and that was sort of screwing his game up because I think Cap set a record for getting sacked that year. But it's just these are things that, injuries. You can't count those, and then they get in there and they ruin things. You just say, "Oh man, God." But what am I got here? Brooks, yeah, Ahmad Brooks. Thanks. Hey, it was it? 940. Thanks, fam. Yeah, Ahmad Brooks was on one side. Wait. That was the year that we had our rookie sensation that came out of nowhere and was looking good that year. Until this was Ahmad Brooks. Oh, Alden had got suspended that year, right, for 9 games or something like that. So, oh my God. I'm going blank again today too. What's our guy that went over to Chicago? Anyway, we had Ahmad Brooks and Aaron Lynch. Yeah, we had Aaron Lynch and Ahmad Brooks, and Aaron Lynch was looking good, really good. And we were waiting for Alden Smith to come back. He comes back for the Giants game, and I'll never forget it. Alden Smith, Aaron Lynch, they just took Eli Manning apart. We got Alden Smith coming back this year. Aaron Lynch is gone. Memories in the corner of my mind. So, fam, I was checking out here and I was thinking, since it is bad news that we got here, it is Monday night. And normally I don't check out Grant Cohn. I take him sparingly because his criticism can be overwhelming sometimes, and Grant gets a little too deep off into it sometimes. But you know what? It's Monday Night Raw. You want to go over some grades? I mean, it's pretty rough, man. But it's he got some good talking points. Grant, man, boy, I tell you. All right, let's start. It's C.J. Beathard. He gave C.J. an F. It says he committed 4 freaking turnovers. No quarterback should ever commit 4 freaking turnovers in one game, especially a backup quarterback who lacks talent. This is Grant Cohn. I just want to just give you an idea of how angry some streets in the Niner Empire are right now, okay? His job is to protect the ball and not lose a game single-handedly. He has committed 6 turnovers. He uses a lot of profanity here. 6 turnovers in 2 starts this season. He's a bleak turnover machine. The more times he drops back to throw, the more frequently bad things happen. The 49ers must protect him from himself, must treat him like the backup quarterback he is. Here's the thing. CJ probably should have got maybe a C minus. We still have to remember CJ's still a rookie for all intents and purposes. He didn't play last year, but a few games, and he's pretty much continuing his rookie season because if you count the games he played last week, which is 4 or 5 or something like that, 6, 7, this is like 8, 9. He's in his 10th or 11th week of NFL football, so I can't hate on him. I really wish that Kyle could make some adjustments with him to get him to speed things up. But you can't really speed up that kind of progress. The process takes a while. So CJ has to go a while before he stops doing those kind of things. First of all, holding the ball out here and looking around will never do. At least... Kyle, come on, Kyle. I'm blaming you for that. Oh, man. Running backs get a B minus. They didn't score, but they rushed for 140 yards despite Matt Breida leaving in the first quarter with a left ankle injury. He did not return, but Alfred Morris ran well enough as a backup. He gained 61 yards and didn't fumble. He deserved more carries. Raheem Mostert gained just 11 yards and fumbled once. The wide receivers were given an F on this day by Grant. Marquise Goodwin has reverted to the receiver he was in Buffalo. Grant, Marquise, he means by that, injury-prone track guy. He didn't play. Pierre Garçon is old and should retire. He caught just 5 of his 12 targets. Trent Taylor did nothing until garbage time. Grant. All right. Tight end, C minus. George Kittle had another strong game. He led the 49ers 83 receiving yards, but Garrett Selleck was a liability for the second week in a row. He committed a penalty and caught absolutely no passes. Third string tight end Cole Wick was a liability too. He dropped a touchdown. Offensive line gets a C minus. Joe Staley, Mike McGlinchey, and Weston Richburg all played through injuries. Although Richburg didn't finish the game, Staley finished but really struggled. He gave up a sack and committed a false start. Collectively, this group gave up 4 sacks. They were injured. You don't deal with guys like Chandler Jones, Robert Nimgichi, and a couple other guys I never even heard of on that team unless you're 100%. I don't know if that grade is justified, Grant. Defensive line, he gave the defensive line an A. This group was fantastic against the run, limiting the Cardinals to just 54 yards on the ground. As usual, the D-line didn't generate much pass rush, but didn't need to this week. It was facing Josh Rosen, who was awful. He completed just 40% of his throws. Linebackers get an A. We hardly noticed Reuben Foster and Fred Warner. In fact, they only got a few tackles each. But that's because the Cardinals kept running the ball into the middle of the 49ers D-line. Cardinals running back David Johnson rarely reached the linebackers. You know what? You got to give the defensive line a little. When they mess up, okay, but when they're doing well, you got to give them their props. And Kyle said if they can stop David Johnson from getting to the second line, because if you get him out in the open space, he starts making catches, it's going to be a long day. If you let him run, if he gets past the line of scrimmage and gets 4 yards deep into the linebacking crew, it's going to be a bad day. The front line. In fact, if all Kyle has to do is make requests, then he should make them more regularly. I don't know what happened to the defensive line, but they kicked David Johnson's ass. I'm delighted. Thank you. All right. Safety, Kowalski T returned from a shoulder injury and played well. Adrian Colbert did not. He made a 7-point mistake on the defense for his play from scrimmage. He abandoned his area of the zone coverage to chase Larry Fitzgerald across the field, and the Cardinals completed a 75-yard touchdown pass where Colbert should have been. And Adrian's still learning. I'm not mad at him. Grant is. But here's the thing. This also, Salah, you should make it clear to everybody what their assignments are. And I felt sorry for Akello Witherspoon because everybody spotlighted Akello when Akello probably was going back to help who he thought was going to be back there in the name of Adrian Colbert. That's why when you seen him shift, I was a little confused with that myself. When you seen Adrian shift, he looked over to it, and then he realized there's nobody there. It's too late, Quarterbacks, they were not the reason the 49ers lost. Akello Witherspoon had his best game of the season. Going into Grant. Well, listen, if Grant said somebody did well, you damn well better believe they did really well. Richard Sherman gave up 0 catches. Of course, he always does that, although he got beat once. Although I didn't see that. I guess because the ball got thrown away. Rosen overthrew the pass. Yeah, I see. Spell points that out. Special teams were given a D. Robbie Gould missed an extra point attempt and a 45-yard field goal attempt. He had made 32 field goals in a row. Robbie, I ain't mad at you, man. You went a long time without making that mistake. It just wasn't our Sunday. God. Coaches were given a D. Defensive coordinator Robert Saleh coached well. He made adjustments, broke tendencies, was creative, called cover 2 on lots of key third downs instead of simply calling cover 3 all game long. And apparently he was listening to our program because how many times did we say, Robert Saleh, use a little imagination and creativity. What the hell are you doing? That doesn't work on every play. He switched up. He absolutely outcoached his boss, Kyle Shanahan, who made no adjustments, broke no tendencies, showed no creativity. He lost this game. He doubled down on every mistake he made last week and overexposed his backup quarterback for the second game in a row. The 49ers didn't need to throw for 54 times for 350 yards to beat the Cardinals. The 49ers didn't even need to score many points. They just needed to play safety first, conservative offense, and not commit 5 turnovers. Needed to take the ball out of Beathard's hands and run it as much as possible. They needed to do what the Cardinals did, but Shanahan didn't do what the Cardinals did because he can't call a conservative game because he's a genius. He wants to prove it by accumulating lots of yards, even if he loses. He doesn't coach to win. He may be an offensive genius, but he's also a bad head coach. There's some people that actually agree with that. I am not going with Grant on that one. Coach, who was that, right? That's Grant Cohn. Grant Cohn is a press Democrat, Coach. I don't talk about him much, but today I thought he made some talking points we might go over. He gets carried away, doesn't he? He really goes deep. Grant continues on the coach. He says his record without Jimmy Garoppolo is 1-12. We know what Garoppolo brings to the 49ers. His record is 6-2. What does Kyle bring to his team? How is he any better than Hugh Jackson? Hey, one other thing I want to go real quick before I get to the phone. I'm looking at the draft. It's already being brought up. The people that like to piss us off are already putting projections out there for us now. Nick Bosa's, they may as well send him his uniform now. According to the one upside to everything that's going on right, the 49ers are staring at a high first-round pick in 2019. Football Outsiders released their latest look at playoff and draft odds, and the 49ers have moved to the top of the leaderboard for the top pick in the draft. 6 weeks into the season. They have a 19% chance of claiming the top pick and 58.6% chance of claiming a top 5 pick. The Cardinals have the second highest odds. That means they've leapfrogged us for the top pick, 16.9, while the Buffalo Bills have the second highest odds for a top 5 pick at 57.6. A week ago, the 49ers had the third best odds at 9.9%. But when you lose to the Arizona Cardinals at home, your draft odds are going to improve considerably. So it's out there, fam. 6 weeks in the season, we got a lot to deal with between now and the end of the season. All we can hope for is a sudden turnaround. I don't care about a top pick in the draft. I've never have. I say that each and every year. Of course, when draft day arrives, I'm always, oh, we got the number one. But you know what? I don't want that now. It's 6 weeks into the season. I don't want to be able to. Other fans are, every time you walk down the street with this on, here they come. You know, you sit down, minding your own business. Hey, you a 49er fan, huh? What do you want, man? And here it comes, you know. Or people laughing at you. See that? It just sucks. 49ers for life. All-Star Luna. Dante Pettis doesn't look that hurt. I see him going to baseball games, hanging out with this chick. No brace, no nothing. Is that right? Has Pettis been seen attending baseball games? Jesus. Hey, Dante, but you got to know people are watching, man. They know who you are. Jeff Tan, Empire, Monday Night Football. Kyle Baker, that's Jeff Tan, by the way, my mod squatter. Kyle Baker, a win, lose, or tie, I'm always a Niner fan. It's a ding. Jersey Joe, we done. See you next year. Oh, we're done. See you next year. I hate this team I see every Sunday. I know, you know, it just. George, Elias Lopez says they need to put Jeff Wilson Jr. on the practice squad. And Jersey Joe says, real question, is Aldon Smith really done with the oh, he is so done. I mean, Aldon Smith is probably laying somewhere in a gutter right now. Hey, you got any money, man? I need some. No, I don't do drugs, man. I just need to know if you got. I just want to borrow a couple of dollars. Because you know, Aldon Smith was really. He went. Whoa, he needs a lot of help. 17 Graveyard JD. I'm a New Orleans native. That I love my Niners. Stay strong, Empire. 17 Graveyard. I hear you, man. We just, you know, but we have to complain because you know that's the only outlet we have for the stress, right? Ryan DeRozan says, "What's up?" From London! Hey, Ryan, did I pronounce that about Ryan or Ryan? I like that, Dan. I can spell that. What's up, fam? Andrew49, what's up? Shout out from Arizona. AZ. Bernard Book. We love Ronbo and our Niners, even though we have a losing season. You know, we're going on. Hey, you know something, fam? We're going to go through this and endure this together. And when it comes out, and it's going to come out at any time, but we're right on the edge of. I can feel it. Eric Sanchez, haven't seen you in a while. Ah, fam, I know. He says, I'm so disappointed, but I still love my Niners. Eric, man, you and me, man. Thanks for that donation, too, man. You know, it's got to get better. I don't know what we're going to do to keep healthy. That's the thing that worries me. Daniel Medina. Hey, Daniel, what's up? And Hall of Fame coach Tim, he says, Willis and Bowman were great back in the day. Today they would not be. Warner and Foster as good as it gets. They just need a pass rush to help them out. I agree. The game has changed in so many ways. You have to have hybrids. You got to be at least on the edge of hybrids playing your linebacker position. You're going to get roasted. But I was talking about back in the day, during that time. Daniel Medina says Drew Brees just broke the record. All right, Drew. 49ers for life. We're back at it again. Deflated Squidward. Sup, pal? Niner Empire, what up? Rod Manhammer says, if we lose to the Raiders, I will call it a season and watch no more football. Oh, man. Andre Smith, what's up, fam? You know, the Raider loss would be bad news. They'd be all over us, man. All over it. You know what? I tell you what, Roddy, man, I can't cut them loose, but I'll drink to that. And I respect your right to not suffer anything beyond the Raider game. All right. Hey, Mel, come on in, Mel.
My man, bang, Niner gang. I'm back, man. I'm back.
Yeah, glad to hear it, too.
Last night was a little bit of a hiccup.
Yo.
But I'm back.
Oh, Mel. Well, Mel,
yeah.
Grant Cohn, I don't know if you read his column. I don't read him all that often, but I was just curious. as to what he said. Somebody said you need to check out Grant Cohn. I went and checked him out, and Grant's going buck wild. I think a lot of us tend to overreact, but Grant
Yeah,
dramatically overreacts. That's why I thought I'd bring him in here and let you
right.
check him out. But Mel, what are you thinking?
What I'm thinking is all day long, starting yesterday. As a matter of fact, starting like last week, really, but definitely really heavy yesterday and today. I have been kind of not defending CJ, but defending CJ, man. Is he Joe Montana? No. Is he Steve Young? No. He's not even Jeff Garcia yet. But listen, all I heard, even when you begun the show and you read some of the comments from our alleged 49ers fans, and they roasting this dude talking about, 6 turnovers in 2 games. You can't just go by that. You can't just go by the numbers on the stat sheet. Because I remember vividly at least 2 of those turnovers, 2 of those interceptions were
Bouncing off
tipped
people.
by our receivers. And were they uncatchable balls? What did they float over the receiver's head? No. They went right through the receiver's hands. So that's 2 picks right there. It might have even been another one that was tipped, but I just remember definitely 2 of them. Were there times where he held on to the ball too long? Absolutely. But when you go, and if you know the game and if you go study the film, he's holding on to the ball, and I actually went through this film with a couple guys because I told him to point out exactly where he held the ball too long. So we looked at the film together, and I broke him down. And I said, okay, he dropped back. Now, this is one of the few, plays where he's not getting his head taken off. And you can see it in his eyes. He's shocked that he hasn't been hit yet. But which one of the receivers on that play where you're yelling at him, calling him a bum, and saying that he held the ball too long, which one of the receivers should he throw the ball to? Which one? Which one of them were even close to being open? Which one of them could even have been thrown open? Any one of those, if he would have released and let that go, that's a pick, without a doubt. So we have receivers that aren't getting through jams. It's despicable. And the defense, man, oh my goodness. Did they do well yesterday? No. We think they did well because, again, the bottom line is, we showed that they had some stops and did some things, but a lot of that was basically what other teams have had when they faced us. So a lot of those quote-unquote good plays that the defense had were self-inflicted wounds from Arizona. Bad passes or dropped passes or, just little mishaps that they did. But if there were a few plays that would have been very big plays, both running and passing, would have been very big plays if Arizona didn't shoot themselves in the foot. There were so many plays where their receivers are wide open, and I'm like, what the F is going on over here? Yeah. But like I said, man, we have to
overthrow them. They dropped it. Yeah.
Right. Show me one drive that we had since CJ's been playing. Show me one drive where he didn't get his head taken off at least once. Even when he gets rid of the ball, he gets his head taken off. It's very hard to quarterback. Now, can he work on his pocket presence? Yes, but that comes with experience. So look at the other turnovers, the balls that got snatched out of his hand. One of those, you could blame CJ if you'd like to, and I won't argue against it. But the last one, come on, man, he had no idea. And it wasn't even his fault. It was, a 3-step drop? He couldn't even get to his 3rd step, and the guy on him. The line was just, it was like they were rolling out the red carpet for oh, my goodness, they were killing us. And what I'm seeing is it's not even a lack of talent. I know a lot of our starters are hurt and everything, and a lot of our guys who aren't injured and are playing, they're playing banged up. But I play ball. Ronbo, you play ball as well. From the very first day of summer camp, when the season starts, from that very first practice, you are never 100% for the rest of the season.
There's always going to be something. First 2-3 days, though. Oh, yeah. That's it.
Yep. But after that, there's always going to be something. What I'm seeing is I could deal with losing if we're losing with a purpose, number one, and if it has to do with just, youth, or if we just don't have the talent. We're not lacking the talent. Even with our backups, our guys have shown. We've shown great flashes. Like I was saying, I started to say last night toward the end, but we had to go. Look at our games. It's like we are finding creative new ways to lose. Games that we shouldn't have lost. We should be 5-0 right now. Even with all the injuries, even with the injury to Jimmy G, we lost our premier running back who the offense was built around. And our team is taking turns weekly
to find new ways
it's
to
the
lose.
Offense's fault. Right. This week it's the offense's fault. and the defense just played a hell of a game. Then the next week, the defense sucks donkey stuff that I'm not going to say on the phone, and the offense is moving. So we're showing flashes, and then when the offense and defense are playing halfway decent together, the special teams is giving up, long runs or touchdowns or something.
We got to stop though, Mel. But
playing halfway decent, we got penalties. But
and those have finally slowed down. We got that under control. Well, Mel, appreciate your fam. We're gonna have to go. Everybody wants a little piece. It looks like tonight. The phone wasn't busy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, understandable. That's why I call super duper early.
Yeah, good idea, Mel. Excellent points, so. And I advise everybody to go back and check that coach's film if you have NFL Network or any of those stations that'll allow you to go back and look at the coach's film. Some of the things we're accusing CJ of are not accurate.
Right.
So, Grant
pride.
Cohn
That's what we're
needs to
missing
go back
right now,
and look at the
Ronbo.
film.
We need pride. Bring Bowman back. Bring Patrick Willis back as a linebackers coach or something. Somebody to light the fire, for real.
And maturity.
These boys are playing with no pride whatsoever.
Oh, God. All right, fam.
Yeah, we'll continue this. All right, my bro.
See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Bang, bang, 9 again all day.
Yeah, all day. All right. Good night, Mel.
All right, my bro.
Mel out in Garden State of New Jersey. And Mel, I don't tell him where Mel is. He's traveling around all the time. Hey, Rev, come on in, Rev, with the gospel truth.
Ronbo.
All right, let me. I should make a quick announcement here. I need to ask mods. Here's what we've got to. Okay, now personal opinions are okay, mods. Personal opinions are okay. There will be no personal attacks. Absolutely no personal attacks. There will be absolutely no attacks whatsoever on women one way or the other. Make that clear. You get one warning on anything lewd or strange toward a woman or to a lady. You will respect ladies. All right. Also, as I say, personal opinions are allowed. Doesn't matter what team they're from. Okay, so let's allow that. I had it all. Let me make sure. I don't want to leave anything out here because what we're doing is we want to see a little bit of debate between us and other fans. That's okay. What we don't want is misbehavior. So I'm going to go ahead and give a list now. What's allowed and what's not allowed. All right. No racist remarks, as I mentioned. No personal attacks. Any vulgarities or attacks on women on this chat of any kind will result in dismissal after one warning. Also, don't provoke or attack the mods, as they will all most likely use their authority to deal with you. So do not attack the mods. Don't attack the mods, and they're not going to attack you. You're allowed your personal opinion. We're going to go ahead and encourage debate amongst the folks in here. But as I mentioned, if you go after the mods, it's out of my hands. All right. No racist remarks, no attacks on women, no personal attacks. You got a point to make your point. But don't go beyond those boundaries, and you'll be okay. All right, mods, please, if you don't mind. Thanks, guys. All right. Rev, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Ronbo.
It's a long season.
Well,
we're in week 6. 10 games more.
Let me start this off with shout out to the fan worldwide, Red and Gold, 24/7, 365. Shout out to Drew Brees, a.k.a. the fucking man of making NFL history. Shout out to Drew Brees, saying much respect. I didn't call in yesterday because I was a little bit on the intoxicated side.
I'll drink to that.
From the fuckery of what happened yesterday.
Oh.
But I will say this. First question I want to ask is, we need to fire whoever the hell is the conditioning and strength coaches, the damn chefs, the nutrition people, because we are getting banged the fuck up, man. Like, come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's good? I've played this game since I was 6 years old until, my junior year in high school. So I know what the torches is of this game and what it does to you, but come on. We dropping like flies right now. Now that I got that out of the way, the nature boy is going to tell you this. Yes, it's going to be a long season, fam. It's going to be one of these seasons where it's like, you know what? I know we want to scream, we want to yell, we want to throw shit at the TV, we want to slap the piss tar out of somebody, but it hurts. And it hurts because of the tradition and the pride that we have as 49ers. Because we set the example of excellence when it came to Super Bowls and MVPs and all, you know what I'm saying? Like we set that tone, and it hurts that we've been in the doghouse for so long. Our record currently right now, since Harbaugh's been gone for let's see, 4 years now? Is it 4 years?
Left in 2014. Mm-hmm.
We're 14 and 39. 14 and 39. John Lynch, if you are listening to this radio show, or if there's any 49er player listening to this radio show, John Lynch, you need to get your head out of your tail, start smacking people in the mouth, and make some power moves happen. Come this draft, I'm not worried about Nick Bosa. Me personally, I don't care. I'm not worrying about him. Hell, he ain't even playing right now. That's all I'm just saying.
Yeah, I heard he was hurt.
What we need to do is bring in some veteran leadership on both sides of the ball. Veteran leadership. That's what fuels your team, is veteran leadership. And we don't have that. We don't. I mean, respect to Sherman, he doing his thing, whatever. But we just don't have that veteran leadership to really say, hey, what the hell are you doing? This is how it needs to be done. Kyle Shanahan, I hear the offensive genius, this, that, and the third, whatever. Granted, we're putting up better numbers this year than we did before Kyle Shanahan.
True.
I will give him that. He can put up numbers, but the number that I'm concerned about is the numbers that fall in the W column. How the hell we make NFL history with a damn near good statistical game, but we lose like some jackass? That's what boggles my freaking brain. Like, no, we don't do that. John Lynch needs to make power moves, Ronbo. This offseason, he needs to spend money. Hell, give that man an EBT card. I don't give a damn. Go get some people. Go get some key figures to get this team motivated. Kyle Shanahan, dude, just get you an offensive coordinator, son. Like, get you an offensive coordinator. Tell them how you want to run it. Boom. Get it done. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I feel. I understand it's going to be Rome wasn't built overnight.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, Ronbo, come on, man. Like, we lost to an 0-4 fucking team.
I know. And Grant Coe did make one thing. I think it's time to simplify the book. You don't need to carry CJ so fast. Just give him chapters 1 through 5 and let him learn the other chapters a little later. You don't have to learn them all at once, because I think he's trying to process too much. And even though one thing I've seen about Kyle, yeah,
we can establish the run game really good. We really can. We can run the rock on people.
Yeah,
so common sense tells you if you pound the rock on people, that's what sets up your play action.
Yeah,
Hello.
I know, Rev, we gotta go. But we could go on with that subject, boy, for 5 hours. But we got to continue this tomorrow, okay? Let's do it.
Ronbo,
because I do want to get into that.
I thank you for this voice that you give us, 49er faithful. I appreciate everything that you do. Shout out to the fan worldwide. Y'all be safe. Y'all be cool. We're Niners for life. Stay faithful. You know what I'm saying? Brick by brick. Yeah, all right. Week by week is more like it. I'll holler at you.
All right, fam.
Woo! The nature boy is out.
That Rev. It's so right. I do. But it's hard. You questioned Kyle. We questioned Kyle. I don't know what to sometimes you're seeing him do things. Why didn't he keep running the ball? Why didn't just, it would lighten up the set. It just, by formula, if you know football, you know what leads to what. And somebody asked Kyle about screens. Kyle says, well, we pretty much ran our limit on screens. See, it's hard to understand. We'll have to see him a while to understand what he's cooking. All right. Hey, Leandro.
Yep, that is me, Ronbo. What's up?
Leandro, we're trying to make heads or tail of where we're going, what we're doing, what can we expect later. Is there any remedy in the world to slow down the injury bugs? But you know what, Leandro, there's a lot of teams that got a lot of injuries. We just get the wrong guys. You lose your quarterback, and it makes it look like your whole team is killed, which usually it is. Because you look at the Packers last year when they lost A-Rod. They turned to mush. Right. So it's a little bigger than it looks, I think. Because if we still had Jimmy and we still got Matty B, I think we wouldn't be so bad. And just give me Goodwin to add to the mix, we'd be right back where we were. But what are you thinking?
It's funny because CJ got back in the first game, and next thing you know, it looks promising. It's like, oh, we may be okay. We may not tank after all. And then this is unfortunately what I came up with. So let's go back to the first 3 games of the season, right? When we play a sorry defense, the offense plays good. And then let's go right. Okay. Yeah. So you see where this is going.
I know where you're right.
And then
we played a sorry offense yesterday. So
when we play a sorry offense, the defense plays good.
Somebody wrote up, Leandro. Somebody just wrote up here. Chandler Jones looked like he was playing against little children.
Seriously, screaming out there, making a scene.
God.
Jesus Christ. And CJ, I mean, the last caller is trying to defend CJ, but honestly, he just has poor awareness. He's kind of flat-footed. He's throwing the ball not on the money. It's a little bit behind, a little bit in front, which may make guys miss the catch. I mean, obviously, these are receivers. They put your hand on the ball. Timing. You got to catch the ball.
It's timing. Because, you get used to a quarterback and you get a little better at it. And because you notice how George Kittle, who's been playing with him for years, knows just where to go. You notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah. God.
He probably takes like a slow half step right before he throws the ball. I don't know.
Really, you make those adjustments.
Now here's the silver lining that I have. I have a feeling we are like the Browns were last year, which means.
I was thinking the same thing before we started, Leandro. Same thing. We become the Browns.
It's such a hard pill to swallow but at the same time, we're not far from changing it around, just like they changed it around this year.
Yeah, because
next year we
pieces.
get our quarterback back. And then it looks like we're going to get a first-round pick, unless something happens there.
High first-round pick, yes.
Right. Which then they can potentially bring someone that will make a difference on the defensive side of things. And then maybe,
Leandro, one thing I want to bring to you, too. What was that trade rumor coming out of Miami that I heard about? I think everybody's always talking about the 49ers don't like to make no deals. They don't like to spend any money. Looks like the 49ers are talking to the Dolphins. There's a rumor going out. What's his name? Wide receiver?
Not sure. Let me pull it up here.
I'll get back to his name in a minute.
So
but anyway.
John Lynch is going to spend some money?
Hey, see, this is the thing. People think John Lynch will want to spend money. John Lynch went after Khalil Mack. They don't always win these deals, but the 49ers are usually involved with every deal you hear them rumored about. Vontae Davis? Wait,
okay.
That's not right. Parker. What's Parker's first name? Is his name Vontae Parker? He is Vontae. Vontae Parker.
Vontae Parker, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's Devontae. I'm sorry.
That might
I left the D
help
out.
things out a little bit.
Yeah. You know what, though? Receivers. How bad is Dante Pettis doing? If they're talking about a receiver, But maybe we just need to shore up that group anyway. I don't know, because I bet you.
I think there's like a there's like a, correct me if I'm wrong. There's like an attitude thing too. Like they're too. Everyone is too. I don't know. Like no one is mad.
Yeah,
Everyone's
right.
Kind of like
the dog, Leandro. We don't have nobody who got dog in them. Except for Richie. Richie James does. Pierre used to.
I'm happy to see him catch a pass. Yeah.
I know. You know. Oh,
man, I tell you, it's gonna be a long one, but we may be okay. What I'd like to see is, can we play a game without looking like a sorry high school team, making like oh man, are you serious?
Boneheaded mistakes.
like.
That's just a lack of, and that has something to do with weekly preparation too. There is something strange going on that team. But I got to tell you, Leandro, before we go, there was the game against the Chargers. The offensive line wasn't so banged up. I think CJ can look a little better. The offensive line did a better job against a superior defensive line last week, and CJ got more shots off. He looked a little better. I got a feeling that had something to do with what happened yesterday. So let's see what happens if they heal up a little bit between now and Monday night. God. Anyway.
Man. Side note, I love the Robert Saleh impressions when listening to you last week when you got to step on the toes.
I know.
when you make a tech. Listen, if you don't get in the locker room and yell at somebody, man, and curse them out.
It's not being polite. Leandro, we got to go. And we got a lot of folks here.
Right.
But I'm gonna look for you tomorrow if you get a chance, okay?
For sure, man. Hey, thanks so much for what you do, Ronbo. Good night.
Thanks, Leandro. Have a good night. All right.
Sure.
Wait, put the camera on Yamin, and let's see if we don't wake him up. He does. Yamin!
What's good with you,
Oh, man, I'm still the same. You know what, though? I'm feeling better about today because reality is set in. Yeah, I mean, we got too many injuries, and it's going to take a minute before we can get straight on this. I don't know if it's going to happen this year or not anymore. My expectations now, I just want to compete every week. I want to see improvement, So.
Ronbo, when we play the Packers, I think it's going to balance out because we've been playing off balance like a fucking wash machine and shit.
Oh God!
I'm saying, but well, I'm mad, but I'm not. Because I know, this is going to take a process. I'm saying, we done already got hit in the mouth. So now, now we need to throw them things back.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? We
definitely.
need to let that shit fly, let that shit go. You know what I'm saying?
See,
but Ronbo, I think, if we're gonna win this week, Ronbo.
Monday night.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Because the Packers looked like ass yesterday. I was watching them. They look horrible. It's going to be interesting to see. They play better at home, but the Lions just manhandled them. They couldn't. I said, damn. I thought the Packers were supposed to be a little better than this. So we'll see what happens.
Because, Ronbo, hold up. We got the Rams. We play the Rams in 2 more weeks, right?
Yeah.
So, it got to start now. I'm saying, our offense, we got to get it together. I'm saying, if I was John Lynch and Kyle, I'd be calling Mike Singletary right now. That's who we need on our, on our defense. Mike Singletary. It's riding for Mike Singletary. Mike Singletary, the Niner Empire. We need you right now. We need him on a 4-year contract.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And I mean, I don't know if Mike want to come back to San Francisco right now. You know, I wonder how he felt when he left. He may not ever want to come back. Seems like I heard
I
something
mean,
though.
Ronbo, this is where, John Lynch need to, step in, like a vet, like a general. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, good point. If he wants him,
Yeah,
Jed York will have to listen.
because Ronbo, matter of fact, let me get out, because I'm bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, like, I'm up now, Ronbo. When we think about it, ever since Jim Harbaugh, we had what? Two good seasons with Harbaugh?
At least.
Can I go in, Ronbo?
No, I agree with you. 2012, 2013. Well, the first season with Alex Smith, we was cooking. We had 3 years.
Man,
well, 2.5. Man,
Ronbo, listen to this. 90 Empire, listen to this. Seattle sampled our DNA, right?
Yeah.
Now LA sampling our DNA, right?
It kind of looks like it. Some of the things they're doing, yeah.
And we need to put this shit in the bud right now before, Arizona, next year try to sample our DNA. Like, I'm saying that's why that's why we got to build our formula. And like this year, I'm still riding on the 10-6, Ronbo, but if not 8-8 or whatever. I'm focused on next year. Next year is gonna be our year. It's gonna be 2020. We got the Ravens. We got the Falcons.
Oh.
And we got to make that shit happen, Ronbo. We got the AFC South.
Yeah.
We got the Falcons and we got Cleveland. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you know what? We go. No matter who we play, it's gonna be a test. But we gotta go. We go. Look for you tomorrow night. And good stuff as usual. You still need to call Santa Clara and let us know. Let's see you tomorrow.
Ronbo, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, damn. All right. We 1-4 right now, and
okay.
I think we in the midst of, these spoilers. If we lose 2 more games, we just gonna be spoilers.
It's all. We really got to go though, because it looks like my phone is getting crazy here. But appreciate you, fam. I'm gonna tell you what. See you tomorrow, okay?
All right, love you, Ronbo. I'm out.
Yeah, fam.
Salute to the Night Empire. Yeah, man.
Meow. See you tomorrow.
Yo, love you, Ronbo. I'm out.
Let me back, fam. Hey, and hey, Cynthia, 500. You got us at 500. Are we gonna be 8-8? Is that what it stands for? If we start winning, it's not impossible. Actually, what people aren't paying attention to, the second half of the schedule, a lot of those teams are weak. So it's the battle of the weakest, right? Thank you so much, Cynthia. All right, let's quickly go to the phone. We got K-Boy waiting. K-Boy, yes.
What's going on, Ronbo, man?
Yes.
Shout out to Ralph, man. And I said this 2 weeks ago. Whoever the strength and the conditioning coach is, they need to be gone because we're getting too much injuries, man. But man, I got a theory, Ronbo. I've been thinking about this, and I was hearing people talking about how we need some dogs on the team. I heard you've been talking about it for the last few weeks and everything like this. Here's my theory, man. We had our pass rusher 7-8 years ago in Alden Smith. He was our pass rusher. He's supposed to be the veteran on this team, on this defense right about now. That was our dog.
Yep.
But he had some issues off the field. And we had a few other people 7-8 years ago when we were going to 3 straight NFC Championship games. When we went to a Super Bowl, we had dogs on that team. But a few of those dogs had issues off the field. Now, my thing is, I'm going to put the hot seat on Jed York, the ownership. because day one, when Lynch and Shanahan got in here, we only heard them preach about we'll get high character guys, high character guys, high character guys. Now, these high character guys we getting, they can play, but they not dogs. So that's what they've been preaching. That's what the ownership has been preaching down to them, and that's what they're trying to preach to us. So my thing is, if we getting high character guys and they don't have no dog, look, everybody's not like Richard Sherman. Everybody's not like what's the dude in Denver, Von Miller. They can be a dog on the field, but be a nice guy out the field. You know, it's hard to get players like that. Yeah. You know, they not a dime a dozen. So my thing is, I'm putting it on the ownership because we not gonna get no dogs in here, man. When we was going to championships and stuff like the NFC Championship game, and we had dogs on our team, but they were getting in trouble out the field. They left a bad taste in the ownership's mouth. So now we want to go with high character guys, and so he don't want to go through that headache no more. And it's like we might get some later down the road, but they want a good mix of character guys in here right now, and it's a shame because I mean I haven't played. I mean I played basketball in high school. I didn't play football, but I know a little bit about sports. So that's what he wants before he gets some dogs in here. He wants to make sure he have a good mix of character guys in that locker room. So when he get the dogs, they won't interfere with the locker room. So we gotta wait.
Good dog.
Now I think or something like that, you know. So you know that's my theory on the Ronbo.
No, you're right. Absolutely right. I mean, look at the guys we had in trouble. Ahmad Brooks. To me, Ahmad Brooks is a definition of a dog. Ahmad Brooks is nasty. He's mean. He's sitting on a bench. When's the last time anybody seen Ahmad Brooks smiling? The man is always frowned up. That's my kind of player. See, but Ahmad got in trouble, as did his other fellow linemen. We had some dogs that year. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Did Bowman get into some trouble too? I might be mistaken, but he came into weapon charges or something like that.
No. Bowman came into the league with luggage, and that was one of the things I think, and some other things. Yeah. So you're right. Yeah. Dog.
Yeah. I mean, we had dogs, but see, I think they just left a bad taste in the ownership mouth, man. I really do, and they don't want to repeat it, and that's why we heard from day one when they had their first opening press conference with Shanahan and Lynch right there. They were talking about getting high character guys. High character guys. That's what we want, and that's what they want to establish this new group with. Which ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't have a problem with it, but it's not gonna cut it on the field. You know, we got Solomon T. He's a good guy, but he's fit to be a bust in my book in a minute. You know, if he don't do nothing this year, he's fit to be right up there with Denzel Ward, and he's gonna be up. I mean, with Armstead, he's finna be a bust in my book. Yeah, I'm just sorry. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's not doing that. I ain't heard his name called out since first quarter in the first week of the game. I mean, I don't know what's going on, Ronbo, but I mean, that's my take.
It'll get better. I mean, K-Boy, it'll get better. We got to stop though, but it'll get better because you know what? It can't really get a lot worse. And if it does get worse, I can't believe it.
It really can't. Yeah. Man, the bottom just dropped out last week. I can't see it getting worse, but you never know. But all right, Ronbo, I'll holler at you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Be looking for you tomorrow too.
All right, later.
Hey, fam. All right. And we go to Desmond.
Ronbo.
Hey, Desmond. Tonight, you heard the grades were given out. The defensive line got a high grade. CJ got a failing grade. Offensive line barely passed, according to certain people. But you know what? I worry about the attitude in that locker room. I don't want the guys to give up. That's my biggest fear right now. But what are you thinking?
Yeah, I don't want them to give up either. But it's to me it's just too much. We'll get them next time, or you know, just we don't got that Banshee in there that is not taking losing. They're not taking losing. I mean, to me, it's just like, I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult to say. It's like we don't have that person that, no matter what, I'm not letting us lose this game.
True.
And it seems like the younger guys, they're just waiting on somebody to turn up instead of them turning up themselves, they're waiting on the next guy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, we got to get some pride out there, man. I mean, losing the way that the missed tackles or the missed assignments and everything, and I don't see any coaches really yelling at anyone, getting in anybody's ass. It's like, we'll get them next time or anything like that. Even with our best teams, we had our Haleys and our, we've had our dogs out there, even though we were considered a finesse team. We still had our dogs out there.
Dogs, I love it. You gotta have your Dobermans. Got to.
we still had them. So I think Shanahan, those taking the nice guy thing too seriously. I'm pretty sure if they had social media back in the 80s and part of the 90s, we'd hear some stories. The difference between then and now, we got the internet, so everything is out there.
Exposure's embarrassment. That's true. So true.
Right.
People can't handle it.
We still got to continue to draft.
Good
first of all, we need to draft football players.
Yes.
Armstead is not a football player. He is not a football player. You know what I'm saying? He is just, he goes half speed. Colbert, I understand Colbert had a nice little stint there.
Yeah.
Last year.
He looked good last
year. But what round was he? What round was he taken in?
He's a 7th round pick.
We still got to get somebody behind him. Well,
they do.
Especially with these.
They actually do. I like Colbert. I got a feeling this week that him and DJ Reed are going to have a showdown this week. That missed assignment last week is liable to have pissed somebody off. So, yesterday, should I say.
I like Reed, though. I like DJ Reed. When he returns, man, he returns. I mean, he's batting ass out there trying to make a play.
He's got some dog in him. You see when he's coming out of that end zone? You can see his knees getting high. He's picking up speed.
Right.
He's like, stop me, I will kill you type of thing. Yeah. So,
Right. I just don't want him to knock himself out, returning, at that speed.
He almost did once. I agree.
But I think Shanahan is kind of taking the mold of his old man. Remember those Broncos teams? They didn't have a whole lot of high draft picks. Even Shannon Sharp was a late round draft pick, and he was a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But at wide receiver in certain places, they had, they didn't have that prime time player. They had John Elway to operate the offense. Most of the good players from that defense, from that team, came on the defensive side.
Mm-hmm.
So I
That's
think
what we
he's
need to
trying
do.
that.
Get a defense.
Yeah, I think he's. But I think Shanahan is going to have to try to check his ego a little bit because I think he's depending on his scheme a little bit too much. You have to have the playmakers out there.
Yeah, you got to have
somebody
some
that's going to dictate to that defense. As of right now, it seems like all of the wide receivers, all of them have pretty much the same skill set except for Goodwin's speed.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it seems like all of them pretty much have the same skill set. We don't have any big body receivers in the red zone. We don't have anybody other than Goodwin that could be like, what, the safety hat, I got to get on top of this wide receiver over here because, he'll stretch us. We don't have anybody to dictate
and put any
defense.
fear in the opposition.
Right.
A lot of the kids we have now are immature. I think in a couple of years, guys like Dante Pettis, there's no covering him. These are things that are going to have to come with a little bit of time. These are rookies and second-year guys. I think maturity is going to play a big role. You can go out and get that expensive ace, but I think some of the guys you got huge potential. But Desmond, we got to stop here, though, Desmond. Let me get back into Red Gold Radio tomorrow. Let's talk more about this, okay?
No problem. Shout out to the Empire.
All right, fam. Shout out back at you.
All right.
Man. All right, guys, let me restate my remark earlier. Jesus, my king of roads are here. Guys, we got to change a little bit of the rules here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to allow personal opinion, even if it's another team person visiting us. And in fact, it stimulates debate. What it is, though, name calling, any personal attacks, any vulgarities, anything that sounds like something your mom wouldn't appreciate toward women will be handled with extreme prejudice. If somebody goes after any ladies, guys, you're got green light to go get them. They get one warning, and then after that, goodbye. All right. Also, I want to warn everybody, don't provoke the mods. I've seen guys going after the mods, and they're not going to stand down. All right? They got the authority, and they're going to use it, okay? So, guys, allow for conversation. Personal opinions are okay. Everybody's not going to agree with us, but it's okay. Argue with them. Do whatever you want until they get out of line, and then you can do whatever you want to do. But in the meantime, personal opinions are okay. Personal attacks are not. All right? Any shots toward women will not be tolerated for one moment. Any racism, that doesn't even need a warning. Get them out immediately. All right. Let's go back to hey, Sean.
Yo.
Sean, what? Sean? Yo,
Sir.
Sean.
Here.
Yeah, there you are.
What's going on, buddy?
Sean is.
Yeah, I didn't hear the mute off.
Yeah, we're just sitting back here reflecting on times gone by and what we could expect going forward. And we could be surprised. I'm still looking for that surprise. Like all of a sudden the 49ers, even with the second string troops, all of a sudden rise up. Well, John, what are you thinking tonight?
You know, what I'm thinking is that DJ Beathard with 54 pass attempts.
Oh,
That's a lot.
that's too many.
With a number one out, obviously, being Marquise.
Mm-hmm.
Breida goes down. With Breida, he was, in the first quarter, he was looking amazing. I think in the first quarter, he rushed for 56 yards or something like that in the first quarter.
Yeah, Breida, yeah. He ended up with 66, so you're right. He went out in the middle of second quarter. So you're right. He was rolling.
Yeah, and you got a beat up offensive line. And people want to talk about Kyle Shanahan's play calling, but I think he got really aggressive on a defense that was ranked number 31, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So he thought that we had the firepower. He took a fucking risk. He took a chance. And I know people are saying that his play calling ain't shit, but I gotta disagree with you guys. I think he makes bad decisions at times, like we all do. We've all made bad decisions. And I know people want to start to talk about how he's not really an offensive guru and all these other things. Well, he is that. He is that. I think his ego gets in the way. I think he needs some help on top. Okay? But he fucking went for it. He wanted to go out and knock the Cardinals dick in the dirt. That's what he wanted to do.
Yes, yeah.
And,
he was
and realistically, realistically, man, that rush from Arizona was just lighting us up, man. There was all over. I mean, it was like that's how we should have attacked Rosen, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
we should have just kept coming and kept coming and kept coming and kept coming because they knew we had a banged up offensive line. They knew that. They know that. So they just brought the heat, man. They brought the heat. Now, I'm not going to say that none of it's TJ Beathard's fault, because it is. He's got to have some pocket awareness. He's got to step up in the pocket. There's some things he's got to do better. But overall, man, if you look at it, look at the numbers. Look at the things that we did. What hurt us was the turnovers. A couple weeks ago, I said one thing that's killing us is inconsistency. We do one thing right, another thing is not done. We're not pulling everything together. The team is loving playing with each other, but they haven't learned how to play with each other, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
There's too many inconsistencies. All these things, realistically, this is the time where teams really start clicking. This is where we're really going to see who the Niners are. Yeah, I get it. We're 1-4. I get it. But a lot of teams, man, they might start off hot. A lot of teams start off slow, but at some point, they start clicking. Now it's a matter of time of when we start clicking. We waited too long. We can't wait any longer. So I'm going to stand up for Kyle Shanahan on this one.
He thought that there was a weakness there, and he wanted to put his foot on the jugular. Unfortunately, C.J. Beathard made some mistakes. He held on to the ball too long. It is almost like, I think you said it yesterday, he was there like a statue. I think he needs to have a little bit more pocket awareness. He needs to have a little bit more pocket awareness, and nobody's a bigger fan of C.J. Beathard than I am, but he's got to fix that. He's got to fix that. You know, if you look at the stats, man, Kyle Shanahan went for it, man. He fucking went for it. If you just 54 pass attempts.
Sean, that's what I just want to ask you this though, Sean. This is why being an experienced coach he is, and I suspect that I'm out of line on this because he knows CJ better than I do. But at some point, Kyle should try to do things to placate what CJ's going through out there. Now, if CJ's having any issue, don't keep going that way, Kyle, because he's not going to learn it today. Take him in practice next week and you learn. But right now, give the ball back to Alfred Morris. Give the ball, do something else, run the bubble screen. Kyle actually told the media people that, because the media people says, well, the screens were working pretty well. Yeah, well, we pretty much ran our quota on screens. I fell off my chair. I said, Kyle, it was working,
the confidence isn't there. The confidence isn't there in the run game. I mean, as soon as Mostert comes in, what happens? Fumble.
No, see, yeah.
Okay.
We've had
this issue with Alf in the past. Alf's done it in the past too. Alf's a different type of back. Does it make sense? Yeah, he can get you those. He can get you those tough yards. But let's be realistic. That's not really who can Alfred Morris really sustain that all game like that though.
No.
Can he really sustain that all? Now if something happens to Alfred Morris, now who do we got?
Dead meat. Because Mostert scares me.
Okay.
So,
he's not. Look, we can't just keep running Alfred Morris over and over and over and over and over. Something happens to Alfred, then what? Now we got Mostert.
Sean, we got to go
for it, man. He went what he thought that works. And I'm gonna get off here. I know you got plenty of people, but it'll be all right, man. It'll be all right.
And the thing is, I just wanted to piggyback off that just a little bit, though. I did believe run it, and that'll open up a little bit more of the passing game. Because when he did do it, there was times when CJ rolled out, and it worked. He was wide open, could make a shot anywhere he wanted to, and the defense was fooled. This is what I'm saying. His alternation is just a little bit questionable. But he's Kyle Shanahan. It just looks like that way from an observer's point of view, this particular observer. But you're right. He did a good job, basically. I ain't about to.
Don't worry. We're gonna step up against Green Bay.
I know.
We play against our level of competition. We play against our level of competition.
That's right.
So look, we fought hard against the Chiefs.
Yep.
We did what we could. And Detroit isn't as bad as everyone thinks.
No.
Detroit ain't as bad as everyone thinks. So look, man, we're all right. You guys just have a little faith. Let's not make it out to what everyone likes to call us, the whiners. Let's not be that, man. Let's hold strong. Let's hold the faith. Let's keep it going. I'm tired of hearing this bitching already. I'm tired of it. All right, over and out.
All right, John. Have a great night. Appreciate you, fam. Hey, Angel Cortez. He says, when our fan base is more fired up than the current Niners team players, there's something terribly wrong. Our Niners have no cojones right now. God. I really wish, I did have a little problem with the fact that 49ers didn't look all that unhappy in the locker room yesterday. I don't know what I was expecting to see, but I know every time I lost the ball game, I always sit in the corner. It took me like an hour to take a shower. I'd be sitting there with all my stuff on, looking at the ceiling and everything. But, all right. Nighthawk. Go ahead, Nighthawk. Nighthawk got no sound on you. Oh, there you are. Now I can hear you a little bit better. All right. Nighthawk, what's up, fam?
What's up?
Yeah, man, we just sit back up. Now, Sean's got to be self-conscious. I don't know how much more we can complain about the 49ers now. Sean says, let us not be the 40 whiners. But, it's hard not to get mad after going 1-4.
I mean, I can't say nothing. I don't know what to say. I want to get out of 7.
I don't know. Yeah, hey, but what did we play up? Sean just brought up a good point, though. We do play the level competition. When we played the Lions, the 49ers screwed up because after they had them beat up, I think they took their foot off the gas, right? So they started coming back. But the Lions are better than than they looked before we played them, right? Because they beat up the Pack yesterday. I mean, they beat them up, Nighthawk. So, with that in mind, Aaron Rodgers is on that team. Will the 49ers go in there pumped up? Bad leg, bandages on their head, coming in with crutches. Will they go in there and fight anyway?
I don't know, man. I just can't say because Green Bay, I don't know. Because Green Bay, they're mad too.
You know what? He ain't got them all-star receivers no more, Nighthawk. I noticed that. His receivers are okay. They're good ball players. He's got Big Jimmy out there. But Jimmy missed a pass, went right through his hands. I'm looking, see that? See the Packers, something's wrong. He should have had that. And Aaron's probably giving him a lot of crap because, you know, he talks bad to his receivers. I heard Aaron go in there and he gives it to all a third degree. I don't know how bad he's talking to him, but I think it's having an effect negative, Nighthawk. Let's see if they look better because I know he gave him the business yesterday after that loss. He probably, you guys don't feel like playing. Why should I bother? All right, you guys, you want to play or not? I mean, you know, I'll see you tomorrow. Practice. Boom, closes his locker door, walks out. His receiver's sitting there thinking like, oh, shit, who does he think he is? You know what I mean, Nighthawk? Yeah, there's something developing in Green Bay that we've never seen before. I got a feeling. We'll see.
You'll find out. I hope we do beat Green Bay, but I'm not going to tell the score. I don't know what the score is going to be. So I just hope we beat because if I predict the score, we might lose. So I'm not going to say anything but the score. So I'm just going to say this. I hope we beat the Cavs.
I know.
Packers.
Yeah, because this is going to be Monday Night Football, Nighthawk. You never know what's going to happen. Whatever predictions are made, anything like that, let's see what they say. Because if our offensive line feels a little stronger, they might be a little better.
I have confidence in them. I'm not going to deny that they're not going to do it. But I hope they do beat the Packers.
They got a strong rush, Nighthawk. That defensive line of theirs is better than it was last year. Whew. It was all over Matt Stafford, but he was still making some nice throws. Perfect shots. That Galladay guy, that wide receiver they got, that's a bad boy. Whew, man, we'll see.
Yep. Oh, yeah, and Drew Brees looking good tonight.
I know. You knew he would. Drew's all pumped up. He's the greatest of all time now. So.
Yeah, he's looking good right now against the Redskins. But they got a 2-point lead.
That's all they got? Because, that's the way they do, though, Nighthawk. You see, Drew Brees ain't got no defense again this year, so they got to outplay. I want to see the Saints versus the Chiefs. At the end of the game.
I want to see the Vikings go against Minnesota.
Well, the Vikings are Minnesota. You see the Vikings go against the Redskins?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Alex Smith? Yeah. That would be funny. What I'm looking forward to is the Redskins, well, not the Redskins, but the Rams versus the Chiefs. I watched the Chiefs yesterday, and I watched the Rams. Peters, they got some problems in that secondary. The 49ers should have lost that game. Not 49ers, but
they had that. 49ers had that game. They had that game. They could have beat Vikings. They had the Vikings.
Oh, they were.
They had Casey. They had Casey. They could beat all their games they lost. They could have won.
Yeah, gave them away. I agree.
We could have been 4-0 now.
5.
5
we won one, now. Right?
5-0 right now.
We'll get it. They'll get it right. They have to.
You know what? I don't care. I'm still a 49ers fan till I die. Win or lose.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll look for you tomorrow, okay?
Can you give me a shout out before you go?
I can do that.
Yeah, Nighthawk is out. Empire 49ers, I'm out.
There he is. See you tomorrow, Nighthawk. Ah, man. But what I was going to say, too, though, I noticed something about the Rams. The Hawks should have beat them. They got lucky at the last minute. But all you got to do is take it to the Rams. Don't be scared of them. Hawks were not afraid. They came after them. Man, I was impressed. Hey, James, come on in, James.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
James is sitting back here reflecting, as we like to do on Mondays. But
Yeah.
what's going on with you?
I've just settled into the fact I'm going to do something like get me a little kite building kit and build me some kites and do me some carving of little wooden dogs. Because right now this season, I think it was Sean that had said that, don't blame Kyle Shanahan. Cobb came up with a game plan. There was some great execution at times by our offense because anytime you possess a ball for close to 41 minutes in a game and you get 33 first downs, and you should win that game statistically. There's no way that you should lose it. But there is a way when your quarterback gives up 4 crucial turnovers, and then you have a running back that's had 7 different area codes in 5 years. And
that's cold.
2 of those years have been in Santa Clara. Okay? And at the same time, as great a special teams player as he is, those teams moved on from him. I think Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch need to face that fact because he's taken up a space for a good running back. And right now, I'm looking at it like this. I'm not even wanting to put it in my mind that we're going to beat Green Bay. Green Bay's got a good defensive line. They've got one of our ex-stud linebackers who's got a vendetta out, and with CJ playing, I hope he's got like one of them 911 buzzers inside of his hands to get a card out to him because Amar Brooks, if he's playing, he's going to wreak havoc on CJ, man. Okay? Let's not forget that's who Amar Brooks plays for.
I don't think he's playing with him now, though. I think Brooks is a free agent.
Oh, is he?
I think so.
I'm not sure, but I can tell you one thing. It's just a caller back about maybe 3 callers ago hit the nail on the head. CJ just doesn't have a lot of the good intangibles to play quarterback. He doesn't have a pocket awareness because there was one play where Laken Tomlinson had one of the Cardinals defensive tackles. CJ just forgot that Laken Tomlinson and his tackle was behind him. He swooped the ball right out of his hand, man. How do you not move knowing that, okay, well, it looks like he's going right behind me, You just stand there like I don't know, like maybe you are a statue in the game. Because I'm telling you, 4 major turnovers, 2 turnovers that caused us the Chargers game, and another 4 turnovers yesterday that caused us the game against the worst team in the NFL. Their defense and their offense was worse than ours. Did you see their coach, Steve Wilkes?
Yeah.
He used to be the DC for the Panthers. He looked like he was on the verge of having a light sugar attack or something.
I know, right? He always looks like he's about to start crying. I've been watching him all season. He is so funny standing on the sidelines. He cannot believe what he's saying and yelling at the officials.
He was hugging them guys like, "Hey, man, thank you, man," because he was saying, "Y'all wouldn't have won this game. They might have told me I'm out of here in a couple of weeks."
Last night.
He had a serious look, like he was so thankful they won that game. And I mean, you can't. This guy in 2 games, 6 key turnovers in 2 games, 33 first downs, 400 and something yards of offense, and possess the ball in the game for 41 minutes of the game almost. It's only 60 minutes in a football game.
I know. That's what's so heartbreaking.
I'm trying to tell you, 33 first downs. Come on, man. Some teams don't get 20 first downs a game. We had 33 yesterday. Okay?
But James,
we
we're
had
going to stop.
33.
We're going to need to stop there. And we continue with this probably until we
Hey,
win
Ronbo,
a game, which may be the next.
let me ask
God knows
you
how
this.
long. Quickly.
You want to buy my jersey and a couple of hats from me?
Well, well, you should probably wait another week or two.
Listen,
Wait another week or two,
I'm
James,
not
because it
get-
may be that you might want to keep on to that stuff. All right.
I'm gonna keep on. I'm a dedicated Niner for life, Niner Empire. But I've never seen a team that we've had this bad. This is making me want to get addicted to Tylenols, man. Okay.
World Series is coming up.
Okay.
All right, James.
All right, man.
Let me see.
Thank you, Ronbo.
Thank
you for all that you do. Have a blessed evening, man.
You
Take
too,
care.
James. Have a good night. Hang in there. We'll be okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It's just you can't sleep every other day or 3 or 4 days apart.
All right.
Anyway, have a good night. Thank
you too.
Man.
All right. And by the way, was that Nighthawk who just said it was only a couple of points? It's what the Saints are holding a clinic. I mean, there's a whole quarter left of football. 43-13. Alex Smith is about to get fired. 43-13. And I'm talking 14 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Maybe they should let Drew pull Drew Brees off of the Redskins and let somebody else play. Drew Brees? Anyway, let's go to, hey, Angel! He says the game of football is ruthless. It exposes frauds and imposters. That's what's going on. Our team is full of them right now. Oh, God. Angel, thanks, Angel, for the contribution, but you know what? You may have something there. I don't know. Gut checks may need to be taken around game 8 for sure. Because I want to see some guys come back up. Like everybody wants to see what Julian Taylor can offer. Jeff Wilson's another one of James' favorites. But you want to see some other guys. I want to see more Richie James, DJ Jones, because I've had all I can take of Earl Mitchell. You know? Anyway, let's go to Raymond.
What up, Ronbo?
Oh, Raymond, man, we're still there watching our dreams go up in smoke. We started off the season getting ready to go to playoffs. Now we're getting ready to go to the top of the draft. It just ain't right.
We got messed up when we lost. We got messed up when we lost Garoppolo.
Oh, man. Who knew it was going to be this bad? Well, I guess we did.
Man, Garoppolo got to get out of bounds on that play because they just messed us all up. I hear you guys trying to keep fire and stuff, man, but, bruh, you just lost to the Cardinals, bruh.
Oh, man. Ain't no way
they
to
don't
make
got no
up for
offense, bruh. They don't got no offense, and they threw first play of the game. They busted our coverage up. And y'all think we gonna beat Aaron Rodgers, man? Come on, man. We gotta be realistic. It ain't whining when you stating facts. I was hyped before our players got hurt. Yeah. I was hyped when a kid whine because they want something and you tell them no and they keep whining.
Yeah.
I'm not whining. I'm telling you what I see. We trash, man. The defense ain't playing right. We don't got no pass rush. We can't even sack the Cardinals quarterback, man. Come on, man. We trying to sack Aaron Rodgers when he can see all that coming. And I don't know what y'all think. And the kicker lost the game. The kicker missed all his kicks. That's why they lost. Add them points up, they win.
But
add them points up and they win.
When's the last time the kicker did it? Robbie Gould used to be straight up money, and he lost it yesterday. I don't believe it. I'm a little worried about the attitude in that locker room.
I'm talking about, Robbie Gould lost for us. I'm talking about the Packers. Mason Crosby lost that game.
Oh, you mean the Packers? Yeah. About Robbie.
Yeah, he missed all them kicks. If he make them kicks, they win. So they did enough to beat the Lions. They just missed the kicks. That ain't going to happen no more. That man missed like 4 kicks and an extra point. or something stupid like that.
I saw the camera. They kept the camera on him all game long, sitting on the sidelines and everything else.
Right. So they win if they make the kick. So like we got problems coming up, man. So that's why I'm looking forward to the draft, man. I'm looking forward to the draft, you know. And it's sad to say this, man. I'm used to this though with these Niners, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm used to this though. This is what we do every year, and it's getting sickening, you know. And it's even worse when, you know, we got. I don't know what to do, man. You know, I'm just like, man, looking for options. Shoot, get everybody against Kaepernick, so you might as well get Bridgewater, but Cap better than Bridgewater, but everybody just against him. You know, shout out to Max Kellerman today. He was on SportsCenter. He's a paid professional. He was saying how the Giants need to go get Kaepernick because he's the best available option. But we all the way against our own guy, man. That's crazy. Every time I bring up his name, I get flooded with hate. You know. So,
well, you shouldn't get flooded with hate, but
it's crazy, man.
Raymond, I can help you understand that a little bit though, because you know I love Cap. The problem is, during the time Cap was with us, there's some really bad memories. We didn't win no games. If Cap would,
with the whole team.
But I'm just saying by if you look at what happened, that's how it's going to affect people. You know, even though Cap's probably a way better quarterback in the right system.
I'm not talking about him being the answer. Let me just tell you this part. The reason why I keep talking, we got Jimmy G. Duh, we paid all that money. He's hurt. If we want to win any games this year, we have to get a better option at quarterback. That's my whole thing. If we want to win any games this year, you know, if we don't, we need to lose them all and get the best draft pick. It's just mathematics, options.
That's true.
You know, it's like if we're not going to compete, we need a better quarterback. If it's not Captain, it needs to be Bridgewater. Or maybe we go get Tyrod Taylor or something.
But you know what? None of those guys. That means you got to teach everybody to. You got to go away from Shanahan's scheme.
You got to teach C.J. Beathard. What are you talking about?
But C.J.'s been with the program.
C.J. Beathard just lost his last 2 games.
C.J.'s been with the
program. You still got to teach him.
Raymond, he's been in the program for a year and a half. So that's the thing. If you bring those guys in, they're going to know less than CJ. What's that going to look like? Now all the guys that he's playing with, they don't know what he's doing. So what you basically are saying
I hear
you got to bring in a whole nother. You got to teach everybody how to work this system.
You had to teach Jimmy G right when he came in. You had to teach Jimmy G when he came in right off the trade and won the last 5 games.
You could reverse plays. I don't know how long that would work though. You could reverse plays but that's 11 games left.
Ronbo, that's a bogus excuse, man. Because I'm trying to explain to you why. Jimmy G, we picked him up for the Patriots. If my man got hurt, he played the next 3 games and he won all of the games. It's his skills. You gotta have a better quarterback per period. You can't have a guy standing there stuck in the headlights. True. And you talking about simplifying the offense. So that means you want to dumb it down for this guy. So why not get a better guy? Dumb it down for him.
Well, yeah. You could do that, dumb it down for a better guy. But my point is, you got the other 10 guys on the field that aren't going to know what page he's on, and then you got Helter Skelter. With Jimmy, I think they focused on rehearsing a few plays, and they learned those. But for 11 games?
So Jimmy only one could do that, I guess.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
Nothing's impossible, I guess.
They're not trying to win no more this season, to me.
Well,
no, I think I'm looking forward to next season already because I'm looking at it like, yo, are you serious? This guy just lost the game. Only reason I keep talking about Kaepernick because he's the best one out there. If it was somebody else out there better than him, I would be talking about that person. Like, I need a new quarterback. But even if we got a quarterback, our defense still sucks. But you can see Kansas City defense sucks. The more they put up points, as more as you put up points, you force the other team to do what you want them to do. They got to score with you. So that's why Kansas City winning. They got to play from behind. It helps them. They can't even run the ball no more. You turn the offense one-dimensional, things of that nature. We're not even competing out there anymore. So that's what I'm looking at. Like, man, either we going to compete or not. If they're not, we need to sit down our best players and wait till next year and get the first draft pick. Browns did it.
Maybe it'll do that without even having to sit down, boy, because they're in trouble right now. But Raymond,
what are we going to do, though, Ronbo?
They can only get better because they can't get no worse. So anyway, I don't know, Raymond. But Raymond, we got to stop. I'm going to tell you what, man.
And it ain't crying. I don't want people to think it's crying because I was a 49er fan out here. I thought we was going to playoffs, right? When our team was attacked, can't nobody predict these injuries that happened to us. The same thing happened to Colin Kaepernick. He lost his whole team in one offseason, but y'all talk about his record, 1-10. where he was playing with backups, bunch of bombs out there with him too. He was getting blitzed every time.
I agree.
I don't want to talk about Cat because y'all hate him. So
no, it's not that. Raymond, you know
go
what?
Niners, man. I still love the Niners, man. But I think we need a better option at quarterback. That's it. So get Bridgewater then. Bridgewater better than CJ. Go get him. Go get Tyrod Taylor. Get somebody else. We need a better option. But all right, go Niners.
Raymond. All right, fam. Talk to you later. Yeah, Raymond just passed. He just wants to win. I agree with him. The only thing I concern myself with is you need a quarterback that's going to have to start all over with the whole team. Hey, Sheik!
Why so serious, Ronbo?
Sheik, I thought you was, all I could see was the mask. I thought that was... I thought you were doing... I mean, is that you, Sheik? Sheik is the Joker tonight. I love it. Oh, God.
Ronbo!
Hey, at least I have to be serious now, not with this. I love it. I thought you were Roberto with the new. Roberto's always got these new acts. I thought first was Roberto. It's Sheik. Well, Sheik, since you're in such a good mood, go ahead and spread the joy, man. What's on your mind?
Well, all I'm going to say, why so serious? You know, it's
right?
Pretty much, that's why this is on.
You just like a good draft pick.
Because this guy's coming back.
Yeah.
And, the thing is, Ronbo, Lynch, he knows. They all know what they're going to do.
Yeah,
and now, put this on your calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Week 9.
Yeah.
Week 11.
Yeah.
9-1-1.
Yeah. Sheik, where are you going with this? All right, go ahead. And
Week 9, we're going to get those Raiders. That's the game that every Niner Empire faithful is waiting for. We want that win. I don't care if we had to beat down anybody to get that win. We have to get that win. And then Week 11...
No, Sheik, I just wanted to... Week 11's a bye week.
I know it's a fire week because people are going to get fired.
The Joker is loose tonight on the air. I'm telling you. Goodbye. Bye.
Crown Prince of Empire.
That was good, Sheik. Sheik scoring tonight, man. That was awesome. Bye week is goodbye to several people getting fired. All right. Yeah.
Well, Ronbo, the thing is about that. Nick Bosa, come on down.
Yeah.
Because we're getting you. We're going to be watching like a hawk.
Have you started shopping already? You got Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa's hurt right now, from what I understand. That's not a good sign. Joey's hurt right now as well. So this may be a Bosa thing. I hope not. Because I definitely want him.
Exactly, Ronbo. And the thing is, Earl Thomas, we want you in here as well. We need leaders, Ronbo. Yeah. We need vets. We need guys that could have that dog in them that want to be a 49er. Earl Thomas, I know you don't like the Seattle Seahawks. They didn't do you right.
That's what you got to do. Get them dudes that play great football and put them in a 49er uniform. You know what? Because right now, who's walking on real thin ice? I think Adrian, that play that they scored on, that was on Adrian. Everybody thought it was Akello. It wasn't. It was Adrian.
Colbert, he's losing his job, Ronbo.
He was chasing Larry Fitzgerald for some reason. I don't know. That's what Colbert was. And he left Akello out on really all by himself. So I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, it's disgusting. But there's a lot of people lose. Hands up, everybody! Hands up! Like no. You're gonna lose your job. You can get your one hand going up again because I don't want to see Weatherspoon, Colbert hands up again because they're losing their job, Ron. Because I'm sick of this.
You got your replacements though. Well, yeah, okay. You got one replacement. Witherspoon actually played a pretty good game, actually, when you look back on it. AC blew it, but Witherspoon wasn't that bad this week, if at all.
Ronbo, do you know why I got these scars?
Why, Joker?
Because watching this Empire and this team get destroyed.
Glass flying and everything else, right? Oh, God.
But Ronbo, honestly, we have a lot of talent. We have to look at Julian Taylor. We saw Richard James. Now, Julian, you need to come back. And then the thing is, I don't understand what Lynch is doing. You go trade for Sean Coleman, all people, Cleveland, and you have that bum that we're paying from the buck by buck, Gilliam? Are you serious? What are you doing with it? You know Peters is right behind you, right? We could just drop you and go get Peters right now.
I got to send this film to John Lynch. Since your face is already hiding, Sheik, he won't know who you are.
Look at this
Sheik, we got to go, Sheik. And I tell you, I'll be looking for you tomorrow, man.
Ronbo, Empire, Faithful, hit that like, hit that share, hit that sub for best of the best Ronbo Sports. If you don't like it, you're going to be just like looking like this. Scores! Let's go! Make some moves. Best place to be at Ronbo Sports.
Thanks, Sheik. And I look for. I'm thinking about.
We got Jimmy G still in the works.
That's right. Sheik, have a great night, fam. I'm telling you, man, I love it, man. This is one of your best performances of all time. I love the bye week too.
Thanks, Empire, faithful, strong.
Oh God. Good night, Sheik. Hey, Roberto's got competition all of a sudden now. If Sheik's going to enter the mix with this kind of material, I mean, that was just awesome.
What's up, Roberto?
I wonder who his hairdresser is. Let us go to. Hey, should we get the notes? Is there any notes we should probably go over real quick? We want to ignore people here. We got any. As Valos 808. Hey, Valos. Hey, Ray Histo, what's up, fam? Brian Diaz, and where's the codeine? I know, right? Anything to inject some juice in it. We need something to energize the Empire, like a win or only lose the pack by a point. But don't get a whooping, y'all. Matt McDevitt, he's a Niner fan from PA. What's up, Matt? Good to see you, man. And Jed York, what up, Niner fam? And Cynthia says we need to be patient. We are 2 years into a multi-year rebuild. It will not happen overnight. We have lots to be proud. Yeah, we do. We got to remember that. We're probably moving too fast with our expectations. I think about that all the time. I believe that. Lawrence Parker, the Niners are going to beat the Packers. Hey, don't be surprised. Seriously. The Packers look like absolute ass. Niners 7-8. What's the point in winning 2 to 3 more games? We need the top pick to turn this poo around. We're not as bad as our record says. It's mainly due to injuries. Amen. Therefore, we get the top pick. And Alfonso the Great, get out the tequila! Dun, 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 dun. And Pelon 49er says, what's up? What's up, Pelon? And Sleeping Giant, Kyle's playbook is bad. Last year, the 2 quarterbacks who used his playbook struggled, Hoyer and Beathard. Then Jimmy G comes in with a scaled-down, simple playbook, and boom, this year, and CJ struggled. Now remember, that was still from the principles. Jimmy was still using the principles of Kyle's book, though. But, I don't know. It really seems hard for people to grasp. Hey, Deshaun, come on in, fam.
Yes, sir. What's going on, Ronbo?
On this show, man, we're looking toward next season. People are shopping the draft already. I'm sitting there saying things like the Packers suck. We could beat them. You know what I'm saying? So it's all over the place, man. You just seen the Joker came and joined the show tonight, and he's already firing people in week 11. So, what are you bringing tonight? Yeah.
I'm scared of
The show. Deshaun, we can't hear you, Deshaun. You can't. Don't use speakerphone because it'll mute you out.
Okay, can you still hear me?
I hear you a little better. Now go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, I'm still scared of Aaron Rodgers, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's been years, man. Even though that we put a work on him, but a lot of times, man, when they lose the next game,
they get mad as hell.
They might show up.
I know. Hey, Deshaun, his receivers are not all that. I didn't see no run game either. So you know what? It's all about Aaron on that team now. And I think he called his receivers out. I think them boys are mad at him. I don't know. Could be wrong, but it kind of looks like it.
Well, one thing, if we can put some pressure on him, then maybe we'll have to rely on the receivers because I don't know. Is Randall Cobb still playing?
No. See, wait a minute. Was Cobb out there? They did have one receiver that was trying to put in work, and they got one other kid that's not bad. But the rest of them act like they ain't serious. I mean, they were dropping passes right to him. Strange. And, he ain't used to that.
Nah, I know you've seen that from the media because I was so busy focused on the game from yesterday.
Yeah.
The debauchery.
Check out.
The first thing, you scored that 6-point touchdown, and then it went downhill after that.
Yeah, and missed the extra point. I could not believe it.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't his fault. It was a snap. It was, yeah, he's trying to catch the ball. And I don't know what's going on 49ers Sunday. I don't know where their mind was. But it wasn't on that game. Not completely. Damn. Bradley Pinion.
That game, Arizona, I had a feeling that, they're the worst team. And being that we have a lot of injuries, I have a feeling they're going to struggle a little, trying to make it a game that I didn't think it was going to be this kind of worse. It's not much I can. I couldn't sleep yesterday.
I know what you mean. It doesn't. It's hard to lose. If you lose to the Packers, it's acceptable. Kansas City loss was. Even though it wasn't acceptable, but it's understandable. The Vikings, okay. But the Cardinals, oh no!
Yeah, the worst offense in the league, and then now you come home, you just haven't beaten them in years so far, and now
no, that's 7 in a row. That's 7 games in a row they beat our ass.
And you know what? Joe Staley, man, he's hurting me. A lot of times, when we in the close game, Joe Staley, he chokes a lot.
But Joe had a bad knee. You can't have a bad knee and got to deal with Chandler Jones. We don't have anybody to back Joe up. If they would have put Gary Gilliam in there, Chandler Jones would have been out there laughing and rolling around on the ground. Man, it would have been really got ugly then.
Yeah, but see, we got Green Bay next week, and I'd rather not have him in the game. They shouldn't put him in the game. I'd rather have Chandler Jones. It didn't make any sense. I mean, he had a good game over him anyway.
True, but you know what? Joe might be healed up. He worked on that knee as hard as he could all week. Joe may be healed up by next Monday night. He just wasn't ready for this last. Neither was Michael McGlinchey. But Michael McGlinchey, he's a young kid. He came in. He had one of his best games. Mike did a good job but Joe suffered.
Yeah.
Weston Richburg did not come back in after he left. So
Well, from the start when they drafted Mike McGlinchey, I loved him anyway, man. I'm glad that he's really playing. The first 5 games, a good game, and guys pancaking people, and I'm glad that he's playing well too.
He's learning. He's learning.
Now, but I still like Josh Garnett. Because
Yo, I forgot
when they
about
drafted
him.
him.
Everybody did. But the show, we're out of time. Let's talk about Joshua Garnett tomorrow, because nobody talks about him. He probably feels bad about it now. Nobody says anything good about him or bad. So, maybe we talk about Josh tomorrow. I forgot all about him, though. All right. Deshaun, appreciate you, fam. See you tomorrow, huh?
Well, no problem, Ronbo. See you later. I appreciate you letting me call you.
I appreciate you getting in here. All right. Good night.
No problem. Yes, sir.
Hey, let's go to David. Hey, David.
Ronbo, you hear me?
Oh yeah, loud and clear, Dave. Go ahead, man.
Ronbo, man, I watched the game in the hospital this weekend, man.
Oh man, I bet it didn't make you feel no better.
Well, I mean, it's the place to be nowadays when you watch a 49er game.
I mean, check in myself, see what that's.
Oh man,
you need medicine.
I mean, I was there visiting. Exactly, I was there visiting my mom, and the nurse asked me if I needed oxygen. I had panic attacks and everything.
Oh, God. We should not have to, David, we should not be going through this. We started out the season, we had a fully stacked team. We was royally ripped at. We got Jimmy G, you got 2 running backs. I didn't even know Matt Breida was going to look like that this year. What if he had Jerick McKinnon and they was running? Oh, man.
I know.
Dang.
You know what? And you know what? I heard you mention earlier about us not having dogs on our team. I'm getting so sick of, we got too many friendly guys. I'm so sick of them trading jerseys at the end of the game. That
I know, right?
So I'm getting tired of watching Kendrick Bourne on his Instagram taking selfies and shit. I mean, they're not focused on the right thing. They all worried about their swagger. And I mean, come on, man. These kids, they don't know.
Pop culture people, man.
It's killing me.
I agree.
And you know what? It makes it worse. Rumbo, I got about 3 packages of 49er gear from the team this week. I can't even wear this shit. I can't even wear it. I can't wear it with pride. I'm in Texas.
You can do it.
Not in Texas. Rumbo, the other day I went to the store with my 49er hat on, even after they lost.
Yeah.
And this dude told me he knew what it stood for. He's like, "What's that SF stand for? Sorry fuckers." I was like, "Oh my god!"
See, that's when I slapped the cap down and kind of say what? Say what?
Oh man, I can't take it, man. But you know what?
Jesus, that's cold.
I'm gonna say,
how did he come up with that?
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh man, I'm in Texas, man. They have all that stuff ready to go. They got it locked and loaded.
Jesus.
But I know this though, man. Pierre Garçon gotta go. Earl Mitchell gotta go. Select time to go. I mean, come on, man. They gotta stop being, like Kyle and John. They gotta stop. They worried about hurting people's feelings and stuff. They gotta put these young boys in there. Julian Taylor, Ricky James. They need to let these boys play, see what we got, because they're not gonna learn anything if they don't have any reps. But it's time for Pierre, and he dropping passes, left and right. I mean, we probably lost at least 2 games off of him alone, dropping touchdown passes on crucial first downs. Man, this is ridiculous, man.
I know, I agree. That's why they're looking at Devontae Parker. I got a feeling that deal, how we all complain that the 49ers refuse to make any deals for any blue chip players on the market. Devontae may be on his way over here. Garçon is definitely in his last year. Like you say, all them drop passes, that used to be his strong suit. If anything, it depend on possession receiving, it was him. Hey, Dave, have you ever heard of this?
I was going to say something.
David, a lot of players do these kind of things in order to push for a trade. Could Garçon be trying to get out of San Francisco?
Oh, man, he's trying real hard. He's trying real hard to get out.
Because he ain't got that many years left.
I'll say this. Yeah, I'll say this, though. Let me ask you this question. Do you know who Ray Wright is?
Isn't that a right? Isn't he a writer? Ray Wright?
Ray Wright?
Or is that a football player?
I'll tell you who Ray Wright is.
Who is Ray? I know who
Ray
it is.
Wright.
I've heard that name.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He pretty soon he'll be a new Walmart employee, but right now he's the strength and conditioning coach for the 49ers.
No wonder I don't know who he is. He stays hidden all the time.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah.
God.
Yeah, he'll be out of a job too. I mean, our players are softer than baby shit right now, man. It's sad.
After he's had nothing but what they call them, strained pears and peas.
Oh man. Ronbo.
I agree.
I'm scared for Sunday, man, because Aaron Rodgers, he wanted to he was a 49er fan growing up, and he wanted to come to us, and he makes us pay every time, man. So I'm scared. It's like an ass whipping. Like when you're younger and your mom says she was gonna give you an ass whipping.
Yeah. It made you wait an hour until she forgot about it. Yeah, later on she thinks about it. Usually it takes the next bad thing you do. What did I go get me the belt?
You got to anticipate it.
Yeah, I know. If you could just behave if you just behave for a couple of days, she may have forgotten she was supposed to whoop you. But no. That's what 49ers are doing now. You're right. Dave, this is pure pleasure, man.
That Green Bay belt is waiting for us.
I know. And Aaron Rodgers, but I tell you something, Dave, don't look for a blowout. Aaron Rodgers, I think there's a mutiny on the bounty going on in Green Bay. Those receivers were royally screwing up. Even Jimmy Graham let one go right between his hands. He had that. Why didn't he pull that down? Something's going on over there. Let's see if it continues to go on Sunday or Monday. Damn. All right, fam.
Yeah.
Dave, get him back in there again.
Yeah, all right, man. I appreciate it.
All right, fam. Have a great night.
All right. Appreciate it, Ronbo.
It's David in Texas. And he suggested about if you want to watch the 49ers, maybe you should check into a hospital first. And make sure you got that little bell. Next thing you know, you press it. Every time the 49ers mess up, nurse! Nurse! God! That is what are you doing? What the hell was that? Kyle! I could have made a better play than that. What in the world? How much are they paying you? You could have a stroke, You get too mad, get nuts. Hey, who's that? Hey, Michael. Now, Michael's a cool head and always has perspective that we can actually enhance and indoctrinate into your own thinking. Mike, come in. We're depending on you to do that.
Ronbo, what's going on, buddy?
That's what we used to do, Mike. We try to cheer ourselves up when we're in. Actually, all of us are in pain and suffering, and we're trying to make a joke. David was killing me, though. And Sheik lost his mind tonight, so it's become a pretty entertaining night, actually. So,
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, I think it's all about putting it in perspective, Ronbo.
Yeah.
I mean, we know what's happened to us this season. You couldn't have drawn this up. I mean, to lose our starting running back, to lose our starting quarterback, to lose our second running back, to lose our best wide receiver, Goodwin, and to have the offensive line banged up, to have Sherman banged up. I mean, guys that are getting on here saying fire coaches and things like that, man, you got to look at the adversity that this football team is going through right now. I mean, this is no joke, man. This is like unprecedented stuff right now. I mean, they're the walking wounded, man.
Oh.
And so, I mean, we got to look at that, and you got to look at these guys out there on Sunday, what they're doing. They're still fighting, man. They're still fighting. I mean, our pass rush, we need a pass rush, and we talked about that in the off season. And I'm telling you right now, if you look at like the Denver Broncos, look at their pass rushers, Ronbo. They got Shane Ray. They got the best in the business, Von Miller. And then they go out with the number 5 pick last year, and they take Bradley Chubb. They take a pass rusher. So you just got to keep going after these pass rushers until you get it right, man, until you get your guys, And, I mean, you always watch teams like the Ravens, the Steelers, the Broncos, the best defensive teams. They go after pass rushers. That's what you got to get.
Yeah.
And the Seahawks back in their heyday, when they were getting it done, they were going after those D linemen and those pass rushers too. That's what they did. And so that's what we got to do in the draft. We really got to go after those pass rushers. But looking at it from a now and present moment, let's evaluate this team on a week-to-week basis and see who needs to be replaced. Like you're talking about Pierre Garçon. I was on the bandwagon, man, with Pierre Garçon at the beginning of the year.
I know.
Now I'm looking at him going, wait a minute, man, what is going on? I'm watching him regress right now. I'm watching him go downhill. I'm watching him go to the other side of his career right now.
I guess.
You know? And
it's
Earl Mitchell,
overnight.
yeah, and I totally agree with that. The one caller, 2 callers ago, saying Earl Mitchell, Pierre Garçon, and we need to take a good hard look at Adrian Colbert, because I'm telling you, Ronbo, that play that he made on Sunday where he bit and he was supposed to be covering that deep middle, that's not the first time he's done that. And he's taken bad angles on running plays as well. I'm seeing it every week from him. Every time he's playing, I'm seeing him taking bad angles. And I'm wondering if he could be coached for that, or if that's just something that he's going to keep doing. You know what I mean?
Mike, did you know what? Did you play ball? You know, there's some things that you really can't, you need to have an instinct, and there has to be something in your head that lets you know where angles. I don't know if coaches, I've seen coaches try to teach that. You know, a coach will give you a point here to look at, a point here to look at, and you got to put that in the scope of where he can go, and you need to be at this point to be able to cover the ball. See, I always just listen to him talking, but actually, I was on my own. I didn't have a real big problem with that because I knew where you had to go. So I figured if I cut that zone off,
I played.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I played on the D line though, so I mean, mine was more shooting gaps and things like that, you know. But I mean, as far as like Colbert, man, I mean, he's got all the athleticism in the world. He's got the length, he's got the speed, he's got all that. But it's just he's not playing sound football, and that's a problem. That's a big problem.
And I think his ability to think at times, you need to process too, and process quickly. You know, in the game, you can't be sitting there thinking. You need to, instinct should kick in at some point. He blew it.
Absolutely, Ronbo. So I think it's just going to be an interesting time to kind of evaluate where we're at. In each game, we're going to have our ups and downs, Ronbo. We're going to get a couple games we shouldn't get, and we're going to probably lose a couple more that we. At this point, I can't say we should win anything, right? But
but I know what you're saying, though, because we were supposed to win yesterday, right? I mean, that was supposed to be a gimme.
Yeah, but I mean, I was even nervous going into that one, man. And you know, the other thing about Solomon Thomas, man, what the hell is going on with this guy? This guy had 0 quarterback pressures this week, and he had 1 quarterback pressure last week. I'm not liking that, Ronbo. I'm not liking that at all.
I know. This goes back to draft night when I was losing my mind and everybody thought I was crazy. See, I was right, wasn't I?
No, you were right, Ronbo. That's right.
I'm giving him one more year. I'm going to be fair about it, though, Mike. I'm getting this one more year. If he looks like this next year, we're not going to talk about extending any contract, you know, just like Eric Armstead.
I agree, because there's a chance he could be a solid pro. I don't think he's ever going to really jump off the screen, because I think that would have happened already.
Yeah,
so I think there's a chance he could be one of those solid guys that stays around for a while. But we'll see. Like you said, give him one more year for that. But I think we just, you know, we're going to have our ups and downs, and we all need to remember what's happened to this team before we start saying fire coaches, do this, do that. And you know, I mean, they're going through some major adversity right now.
Oh God, yes. And the injuries is like
Ronbo,
insane. You know what? I will during the entire time John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, I am not getting on that fire. I will never get on that. But we got to go. Right. Mike, appreciate you as usual,
hey, well,
man.
thanks for doing it again, my man.
Hey,
glad we
my
can
pleasure.
Come in here and talk and just bringing us all together, my man.
Such a pleasure, Mike. It's guys like you to make this such a good time too. All right, Mike.
Hey, thank you, mister. Hey. Have a great night, huh?
You too. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
And, all right, wait, darken the room and just give him a strobe light. All right, it's time for...
Oh, no, not tonight. It's not even.
Trey's going to get right down to business tonight. No plans.
Ronbo.
I'm going to just do it, Trey. All right, Trey's here. And let us not even hesitate. He needs to acknowledge his partner, though. All right, go ahead.
Yes, please. Yes. Finally. Shout out 1.5 of the tag team champions, brother Ronbo. Thank you for the venue. With that being said, Ronbo, we are putting cases on so many people really fast, if you don't mind.
Yes, indeed. And now, It is time. It's Monday night. Let me holler at you.
Oh my gosh. If Raheem Mostert gets in the game to do anything besides tackle somebody, I'll have a fit. I've never seen a guy fumble almost every carry he's ever had. We're putting a case on you, sir. You're being indicted. This is going to be a multiple man indictment, by the way. It's a conspiracy. I'm telling you. All right. So, John Lynch, you decided our pass rush was A-okay. You're just going to go with the status quo. But also, you've made some questionable moves in the personnel department. TJ Beathard, we're putting the case on you, buddy, for your lack of pocket awareness, pocket presence, can't step up, flat-footed when you throw, all hip and shoulder. No wonder you're hitting the ball off people's helmets, getting stripped. This long wind-up, Ronbo. How long is his wind-up? What is it, like 4.5 seconds before it gets out of his hand?
He could cut down that time. I really paid that no attention to right.
I mean, no. It's psychological, Ronbo, but this is what happened last year. Not to get too deep, but when Jimmy came in, that's why people started picking up their play. That's why plays was turning over. That's why things was happening, because Jimmy was getting the ball out of his hand. So shout out to everybody that thought that CJ was going to be better than Jimmy. I mean, it was a little bit of a continuation.
No. See, that was going too far. I was hoping to be serviceable, but not
putting
better.
Cases on you guys, too. Putting cases on you guys, too. It's ridiculous. And I hate to do this. He's one of my favorite guys on the team. But Matt Brittle. I'm sorry, that's what I meant to say. Matt Brittle. Every single time that you hit the ground just a little bit hard. Just a little. Now, I know the ankle wasn't your. It's like every game.
They pulled on a Trey. They're pulling on the man's limbs.
No, but it's just every time he just falls so uncomfortably. It'd be like, 7 a pop, 8 a pop, 10 a pop. Oh no, he got popped.
He was stronger last year. I agree. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with Matt.
No, but that's because he might be getting too much of a load, which is so sad. But we got to put a case on you for your fragility. I'm sorry, sir. Yeah. We got to put a case on Joe Stanley. Oh my goodness, Joe. If you can't go, you can't go, Joe. But don't hinder us. I mean, you pulled a Gary Gilliam out there. Actually, Gary played pretty well.
When?
Ronbo. He played pretty well when he subbed in for Joe. I mean, I didn't see guys getting stripped like that. CJ's strip last game was because he didn't recognize the safety, but Joe was getting beat up. I mean, it's okay. Chandler, he's good, he's great, he's a Pro Bowler, but he looked like Lawrence Taylor yesterday, and I just don't know if he's that guy. I don't know.
Man.
All right, so we got to put a case on Joe, and 2 more cases. We have got to put a case on an imposter, Ronbo. We have a stolen identity. There has been fraud. There's LifeLock. There's all types of identity fraud programs out here and things like that, right? Whoever number 27 is, see, I remember number 30. I don't know who 27 is. Whoever this imposter, this stranger in my house, whoever this guy is, he's Ronbo. I want DJ Reed. I want Exum. I don't want anybody other than Cobra out there. He has proven to me time and time again that he can't get it done. We are putting a case on you for identity theft because that 27 is not who we signed up for.
Where is that guy from 2017? I agree. Where's that guy that was like simultaneously coming into people at the same time as a ball and blasting them into the next week?
Abandon was always on point.
Yeah.
Was always on point. You know
what?
I mean,
it's hard to understand.
I mean, it's really mind-boggling to me. But here's the ultimate case. Kyle Shanahan, you think that CJ gives us the best chance to win. I understand. I actually agree with bringing in Bridgewater next off-season because Jimmy's not going to be ready. I can't go another year with, like, we saw what CJ did last year. It's not been much. A little bit of improvement, still those issues. But I'll be frank with you, Ronbo. In about 2 more weeks, I'm going to need to see Nick Mullins. In about 2 more weeks.
You're going to wait that long? Trey, that's for you. That's really being patient. I thought you were going to him out there.
I'm telling you now because I want to see
some
read with Nick Mullins. Yeah. I want to see some. I usually do, but sir, you have been the most gracious host as always.
Thanks,
I do have one question for you, sir. Yeah, because you're the final judge and jury of everything that needs to be said.
Do you feel like that Nick Bosa is the guy? Because I feel like this. You look at what the Browns did. The Browns took Garrett with the first pick. They slowly but surely built that defense up. I think that we do that, and then something interesting. Sign Earl Thomas and draft Nick Bosa.
Ooh.
That pass rush and that back end. Richard, make the call now, Rich. Call your boy up. Let him know we got him. We got a boatload of money. Give him a 3-year deal. We got a boatload of. We need that back end tightened up real quick.
But Trey, did you see that dude over at Clemson? I'm starting to think. You know,
Farrell. That's my guy.
Because you know
Farrell,
what?
He's a beast.
Nick is good, but I'm worried about the dog. I'm wanting guys that I need to give them phone calls in the middle of the night. Listen, I just got a phone call from you, and I just want to know if you're okay. Now, the lady said she's willing to forgive you, but now if she calls me again, see, that dude, as bad as he is always a good football player, Trey. They work, for some reason, there's a connection. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I feel you on that, and that's why we got to be very careful with this pick. Last time we had this high pick and tried to draft a pass rusher, we got the same. I mean, CJ had the same amount of tackles as Solly yesterday, so we're not even. He's not even worth the case. I'm done with that, man.
That jumped off the page at me too. Damn it, Solomon.
God.
Okay.
My God, we got a team full of choir boys. There was nothing nice. We had some bad guys on those great defenses. I mean, really bad guys.
They were.
I mean, some of the stuff like Bruce, like even our fullback was beating up 80-year-old men. I mean, we had bad guys on those football teams.
That's not funny. Don't make me laugh, man. It's not funny. All right.
That's all right, we go, Robert. We go, man.
All right, Jay. I got Bruce Miller.
That's a bad guy,
God.
man.
All right, Trey. Appreciate you, fam. I'm going to go ahead and see you tomorrow, okay? Oh, God. Boy, Trey had to bring it. And remember the film footage of watching Bruce Miller? He was losing it in that hallway. It was like a scene of a movie, a seedy, shady looking dark hallway. And Miller was sitting there having some kind of conniption all by himself. I mean, he didn't even know he was being filmed. Next thing we know, he's in handcuffs on his way to the precinct for beating up some old guy. I think he beat up the wife, too. No wonder Bruce was such a good football player. He was out of his damn mind. Mike, man. Is that Mike? Oh, is it Mike? Hey, Mike! Come on in, Mike. As we're discussing the ethics and policies of our past football players, Mike, and we're trying to get over losing to the Cardinals, vaulting us quickly into the top spot in the draft. But anyway, Mike, it's a good day. What are you thinking?
I'm here when I'm hoping with many hundreds of people who are just so depressed, so bummed. I'm upset. I don't have answers. I don't think it's a one-person problem.
No, by any stretch.
And I'm so bummed. And then to see that at a home game, there was only 50%, it seemed, filled with fans. I mean, that's sad. It's like, what happened to the faithful, man? It's like, I would take those tickets. I live in LA. You saw how packed the Charger game was.
Wasn't that amazing?
Like, how are you able to fill more seats at a Charger stadium than at freaking Levi's
Stadium?
The next 5 out of 7 games are in prime time, and the faithful better show. I'm just as depressed. I get it. Die hard. It kills me to see where our team is right now. But God, we can't even get 3/4 of our stadium filled with red shirts. Come on.
But you know what I got to tell you on that, Mike. Just to make you understand, it's not exactly the love for the 49ers. Jed York. I don't know who the architect was or the mastermind that decided in Santa Clara, where the sun comes down just as hot as it does in LA, why you would design that stadium so there's no shade. People are out there, heat strokes, they're getting burnt, there's all kinds of, that stadium, if you get night game, you watch and see, if we have a night game, do we have a night game? Sunday night, if they let us keep that game, you watch those seats fill up. It's uncomfortable out there. Jed York, if you catch this, would you please do something about that? Can you get a canopy over it? Jed can build things at his house, but he won't build anything at the stadium. See, this is the thing.
Yeah, I've been on that side of the stadium. It's
you
murder.
know what I mean?
It really is. Yeah, but it was both sides of the stadium that were.
You know, yeah. Not even the opposing fans showed up. It's a sad time again.
So, let's talk about CJ for a second.
All right.
Yeah, I know he's standing in the pocket a long time, but why aren't the receivers getting open so he can throw the damn ball? And he was forced to run a couple of times. That's concerning to me. You know, I don't know if Mullins is going to be the answer, because I think he's going to be standing in the pocket too, and so is Garoppolo. You know, I think our receivers need to get open. I think that's part of our problem. What do you think?
No, I agree, and what I don't understand is it's just a recent problem. It always hasn't been that way up until the last 3 weeks or so. Why are the 49ers all of a sudden not able to gain separation? I have no idea.
It doesn't help that CJ telegraphs with his eyes where he's going to throw the ball 3 pumps and then throws it.
Yeah.
I mean, no wonder they're getting so many blocked passes. You know,
dang,
I'm
one a week.
I'm not even wearing red.
Yeah, I noticed that, Mike. I didn't know you were there for a minute. Mike, you just told me that why are we not filling up the stadium? And you were talking about being faithful, and you're wearing a white shirt. And
it's Monday.
You know? Okay.
You know, I was all red yesterday. You know, I was all red.
Yeah. It's gonna get better, Mike. You know, they're not going to accept failure all the way till the end of the season. I look for something to change as early as this week, actually. Maybe not winning, but we're going to be a little more impressed than we were last week, I have a feeling, or this past game.
I think Staley's got to rev up the troops. I think there's some locker room depression going on right now. If there wasn't last week, there certainly is this week. And he's the heart. He's the heart of the team.
Yeah.
And he made a huge effort to come back for the game on Sunday.
Yeah.
And he should set the example.
Yeah. Yeah, get him and Michael Glinchey's coming right after him, though. I like Bill Glinchey. He was hurt last week. He came back and played one of his best games of the season. So he's a tough guy. Really is. Some of the stories about him are incredible. He's paid through some incredible pain and done some good work. So we'll see what happens in Green Bay. I think they're going to get fired up for that game, though, Mike. So we should see a better game. Right. The 49ers, there may be some tendency to play to the level of competition. I don't know how they feel they have that right, but I think that may be in play. But we got to go, Mike. Yeah. And appreciate you getting in here, Mike. We always see you here and there, now and then. It's always a pleasure to see you. I love the setting.
Niners! I like it.
Have a great night, Mike.
All right, Ronbo, thanks as always.
Hey. All right. Let me go ahead and check out. Maurice. Maurice says the 2019 draft is stacked. Just draft from Alabama. Maurice, man, you echoing my feeling. I've always wanted to make Bama our farm club if they would just allow it. Yeah. And Maurice also, stop saying Cap brought us the Super Bowl. We had a great team with over 10 Pro Bowlers. Cap wasn't one of them, so Cap. Okay. Anyway, the point is, the main point is, you have to tailor a program. The quarterback needs to be included in the whole program. So this is why you can't mid-season. It's tough to do those kind of things, no matter what. All right, and Sheik says tomorrow is Nighthawk's birthday. Sing for him and hit that like. You know what? Let me wait till tomorrow. Hey, what's today? Monday? Should I do it now? I mean, because you never know. We may have technical difficulties, or I may have finally went to, a lot of us have started turning to the beverage since the season started. Because I refuse to do drugs. And so, unless you're at a party or somebody passes the J, but I'm not going to be having them. Because, you never know when someone's kicking. Bang! Hit the floor! What? Hit the floor now! Oh, sorry. All right, get up off the floor. We got the wrong address. Hey! It's next door. I can see him now. And I'm sitting there like everything I own in my mouth. Jesus Christ, that was close. Nighthawk, it is for your birthday. We must sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy night. Happy night. Happy night. Birthday to the Nighthawk. Yeah, Nighthawk. You know, Sheik, why do I have a feeling you were kidding me? How come Nighthawk didn't say his birthday was coming up tomorrow? It really is. I'm going to get confirmation on it. Noah. Huh? Where are we? Oh, Noah Highlights? Noah Highlights hopes Eric Reed knocks the bejesus out of CJ. We don't play the Panthers this year, though. So I guess we'll have to wait till next year for that. But you know what? Next year, CJ probably won't be starting. So it'll probably be Jimmy G. I got a feeling, though, next year, this team is going to take a complete turnaround because it takes 1.5 to 2 years for people to understand what Kyle's trying to sell. Look for the 49ers to become untouchable at some point within now and this time next year. So, you know. Was it? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, where are we now? Yeah, let me see. Hey, 5:20 in Tucson, Arizona. Tucson. Nice one.
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, who is this, fam?
It's Ray Histo.
Hey, Ray Histo. Hey, Ray. Shucks, man. Yeah, we're just sitting here trying to get through this. You know, Ray, man, we're just going through so much here. They've got us picked.
Yeah, I know. My day got ruined yesterday.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. God, man, we don't need that. How come? We're supposed to be celebrating. Second win of the year. No. We got to come away with a loss. Dang. But anyway, Ray, what's on your mind? What do you think?
That lack of pass rush was really killing us.
I know. He wasn't that good, though. He was missing. They were dropping the ball. He only had a 40% completion rate. Well, you know what? It wasn't him. It was his one touchdown, maybe.
Yeah, but there's a few players that really got to go. Garcon's got to go. We got to get rid of Mitchell for sure, and definitely get Taylor in there. We need to try to find a pass rusher because nobody's doing anything really. I mean, Marsh actually stepped up yesterday, but
he
other than that, it was
more
nothing.
aggressive. Yeah, you're right. You know what's really bad, Ray? We don't have anybody other than interior rushers. So we got a lot of those. But we don't have, they got rid of Atachu and they got Peter Tomopino tucked away in the IR or whatever the practice squad. But we don't have anybody we could just bring in and put on the edge.
And the worst part is Atachu was looking beast yesterday too.
Did you see him? Wait a minute, who's Atachu playing with?
The Jets.
Oh, he looked good yesterday?
Yeah.
Damn. See?
He almost had like a strip sack yesterday, if I remember correctly.
They weren't patient enough with him, were they? They should have waited.
No, they weren't.
Damn.
My dream line is we need to get rid of Mitchell, put Day in. Our line needs to be Buck, Taylor, Day, and probably Armstead. Because every time Day's in there, he is in that backfield like his job's dependent on it.
Quick, I know. I'm impressed. Him and DJ Jones has got some skills that Mitchell doesn't have. He could put DJ Jones in there in the middle. DJ never
Ronnie
gets pushed
Blair.
around.
What's up with Ronnie Blair? Why haven't we seen Ronnie Blair?
You know how they've been using Ronnie Blair? They've been using him improperly. They've been bringing him off the edge on occasion, too. It's not him. He's an interior rusher. We're playing guys out of position. Although I do like the idea of putting DeForest Buckner out on the edge. If he comes rampaging around that corner, there's nobody they have to block him. No offensive lineman's going to block him. They don't do that often enough. And put Day where Buck is, because he creates enough violence. They need to try that, because they talked about it, but they're not doing it.
Yeah, and we've already seen what Taylor can do when he gets his opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
He's in there beasting it up. But Garcon, he's got to go. With that interception he created and his drops and all that, we need to see what we got with James and all that stuff.
Especially Richie Boy.
Hell, we even need to see what we got with Bolden Jr.
I know. Which he's still on the team, which I was interesting because I was wondering, you guys going to keep Bolden Jr. after the suspension? I guess they fooled everybody. But then why would you keep him for the whole suspension if you're just going to cut him afterward, though? That made no sense. So what they're doing now is probably right. You see what he does with the time he's on the team.
And one of the previous callers, I agree. We need to go get Tyrod or something because CJ, oh man, I was trying to ride with him, but oh man, he's got to go. Standing up there like Statue of Liberty, man.
Oh man, I wish, man, CJ's. I think he can play better than this, though. For some reason, I feel like he just needs more repetition, more time. In a couple of weeks, we're going to find out. Although last year he went, how many weeks? 4 weeks? 5 weeks? Before Jimmy showed up?
5.
And he never really progressed, did he? He kind of stayed the same the whole time. And we always had reasons why he wasn't doing well. But, this offensive line, everybody likes to cut it up. This offensive line is actually one of the top-ranked offensive lines in the NFL. They're a little hurt right now, but let's see what they look like maybe as early as Monday night when they should probably be a little healed up and a little stronger. Let's see what they look like because CJ's...
They were kind of pissing me off yesterday because it seemed like on most of the runs, as soon as the running back got the ball, there was somebody there from Arizona.
The defense was in the backfield. Remember, the defensive line, that Cardinal, that defensive line is tough. They really are. I think they're top 5, if I'm not mistaken. But never mind that. The 49ers are still supposed to be able to contain them to some degree. So we're going to see, as they were all banged up, you got Weston Richburg was hurt. McGlinchey did a pretty good job anyway. You got Joe Staley who couldn't even hold himself up on one knee. So let's see what they look like next week and give CJ a little more time and see if he can make a little better adjustments. As those runners, one of those guys are coming out of the routes, hit them quickly, don't wait, don't hesitate, put that ball where they're supposed to be, and they'll run right into it, throwing them open. Some of these things we're not seeing, so we're going to see.
And AC needs to change his number back because that number change is something wrong, man.
No, he hasn't been the same since
his angles, I don't know what the hell's going on with him either.
God. Well, I tell you, fam, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and, Ray, we're going to see you tomorrow, Ray, if you get some time, huh?
All right, y'all. I'll be here.
All right, Ray. Looking for you, too. Have a good night.
All right, you take it easy, Ronbo.
You too. And let's stay in Arizona zone. Hey, Mark, what's up?
I'm with the man, the myth, the 49er fan legend, Ronbo Sports. Hit that like button.
Hey, Mark. Well, Mark, we were waiting for you to report in and see what it was like to walk in with all that red on and the SF instead of the Arizona on it.
I forgot, man. I recently switched schedules. I started going to the gym at like 5 in the morning, so they ain't in there. But
they ain't in there yet.
The thing about Cardinal fans is Ronbo. Anybody 30 and older, they not a Cardinal fan in Phoenix because they all used to be. The only Cardinal fans out here is 30 and under, or they just recently converted when they went to the Super Bowl. Everybody 30 and older, like the Steelers, 49ers, and Dallas, because Cardinals were not here when I was a kid. That's why I'm a Niners fan.
Well, that's right. The Cardinals came from St. Louis. That's right.
So everybody out here who's a Cardinals fan now used to be a Dallas fan. Or they're young, or if they're older than 30, they used to be a Cowboys fan. And when the Cowboys fell off, and the Cardinals went to the Super Bowl,
They went
or
up
when the
that way.
Cardinals started getting the playoffs, they switched off. Yeah.
That's
So
a crying
that's just a
shame.
fact about Arizona.
That's terrible.
That's a Phoenix fact.
Yeah.
Anybody
just,
30 and older that's a Cardinal fan used to be a Dallas fan.
oh,
Steelers
man.
fans didn't switch up. You remember when Dallas went through a rough. They had it just as bad as we going through, but they switched up.
Yep.
Man,
it makes sense though.
hey, I think something just hit me. I had a whole nother topic. So Colbert changed his number?
Yeah, he went from 38 to 27. He hadn't been right since. You know?
So his father was on your show, Ramon. I'm not trying to start up no. He had this whole 38. I wonder if there's some family issue about the T-shirts and shit, and he changed his number, and now it ain't the same, you know?
And his father's a cool dude. Both, they're cool
No, he's
people.
very cool. I like him.
Yeah.
I can just see a family. It's like, dude, you're using my number, my last name, and you what's up? And I'm gonna just switch the number up on you.
Right.
You can cancel this whole business plan that you didn't talk to me about.
Yes.
And I just wondered. I really, Anyway.
Well, AC didn't appreciate being, compared to the other 38. I think he was hearing it too much.
Yeah, that is another thing. Okay.
Yeah, that really bothered him. So if you ain't going to be Golson, then, we don't have time. But, he kept saying little things that made me realize he didn't like it. He says, no, I'm Adrian Colbert. So I said, okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay. So I'm happy it wouldn't be family. I'm happy you made that point. So I just wonder why you were switching numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, man, Ronbo, we've been bamboozled. John Lynch got Jimmy G, and we just thought he was the greatest GM in the world.
Yep.
But Ronbo, when you look at it, he ain't done shit.
Which one?
So
John Lynch? Yeah.
Lynch. Yeah, and I like him still. No, I'm not calling for nobody to be fired. I like John Lynch. But in reality, the best thing he's done is brought us McKinnon and damn Juszczyk. Like, what signings or what acquisitions? There's nothing, Ronbo. And it's like, we have no talent, man. We laugh in the face of the talent when the Tyrann Mathieu is available, when Mike Wallace is available. When these players are available that we can use, we laugh in the face of this talent. And you understand, good talented football players don't just pop up. And we've been neglecting these areas. Pass rush, or we're going to get Solomon Thomas. Ronbo, you and I were mad in the draft about Solomon Thomas, and we were right.
Yes.
But, we got Jimmy G, and we thought we were so impressed by him going to get Jimmy G that we changed our mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, we were right. We know what we saw, man.
He didn't go get Jimmy G. Belichick called him. But okay, in fairness, he called him prior to that phone call and asked about actually, he went after Tom Brady, though.
And then we traded away Trent Brown to address a need where we didn't. Like, we could have waited. I like McGlinchey, but we could have waited on that and got the what we needed. Like, when we sit back and think about our issues, it's truly, even when it comes down to coaching, it's truly a misguidance or a lack of understanding talent. We got players, we're sitting here talking about Julian Taylor or Richie James, talent sitting there when guys are dropping balls, not getting any. Dude, we need to get, hey, if you can't do it, let's get the next man in here. We get so attached to these names and players and guys we like. I don't give a shit if we like these people. They're not doing nothing.
Ain't helping any. Yeah, I agree.
So it's like, I'm just tired of this, man. Like, it's just ridiculous. We have an issue with understanding and recognizing talent. It's frustrating.
And but the thing is, I defend that front office on the one acquisition they failed on, and they haven't been here long enough to know that Oakland Raiders were not about to give us Khalil Mack. But
yeah,
I did give them.
And I always bring Khalil Mack up, but I agree with that. I think it was deeper than that with giving the Khalil Mack. But I'm telling you now, if an old boy from Seattle come up, if Bell come up, and we don't somehow make it known that Niners are all in on these. Hey, I know we got McKinnon, but I'm not. We have no proof that McKinnon is a dude. Schematically, we've shown that a fast little guy, Kyle, can work with him. That's what Breida's taught us. But we have no proof that McKinnon is that dude either. He was not a starter in Minnesota, folks. He was not.
You know, it comes down to scheme, though, Mark. If you know, if
No,
you use a
I
certain
agree.
person,
That's what I said.
yeah, he's going to use him in a
Breida's
way.
doing that. He's showing us that.
Oh, and I tell you, Mark, I had no idea. I knew Breida was probably pretty good. I didn't know Breida's actually, he could be elite. I had no idea that he could bump and run through the tackles like that and get out. I knew he had quick speed and explosive, but Breida knows how to run between tackles. He could get loose a lot. That's why I knew if him and McKinnon, when McKinnon's pass catching ability, that's what his thing is about, and his ability both to run route, and he can run between the tackles. Not probably as good as Breida, but he can get it done. You got a 1-2 punch there that's in Kyle Shanahan's book. That would be fabulous. We ain't gonna see it till next year.
When McKinnon's back, I don't want to see Breida. I don't want to see him ignore it. That's what I'm saying. It's talent
not
management.
now.
When people show you something, and we got to take advantage of it. We have to.
You will never see Breida sit back again. He has already shown that he's got way above average skills. So they could be deadly combo. It's all about health. Can these guys please avoid serious injury? You can't bet on it. I just don't know.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this again. For the second night in a row, Garcon has to go. Like, I'm just going to echo it. I know it's been said on the show. I just hope somebody's listening. Like, I like Garcon, like, historically, but
he's bad.
He ain't got to fight.
We got to go, though, Mike. But I tell you what, Garcon's seen us. They're looking at Devontae Parker, from what I understand, right now, even as we speak. So they know they got to get another possession receiver. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, fam.
All right, Ronbo.
See you tomorrow.
Have a good night.
You too. Oh, God. Hey, and it's time to stroll out to that incredible part of America, the Duke. It's Steph. Steph.
Ronbo.
Yeah, Steph. If you've been listening earlier, we're a fan base now that's sitting around thinking, my God. Hey, wait a minute. T. Breezy has an announcement, Steph. You're going to love this. He says, you get rid of Aldrich, who wasn't a high-priced guy and had good hands, and we keep Victor Jr. and Garcon, who can't catch expletive. Makes no sense at all. We're just not making very good decisions. Steph, I don't know. I watched Aldrich make a couple of catches with the Vikings. I did feel a little strange, but that's nothing you can do about it now. But what do you think?
Well, I haven't called in since Garoppolo went down.
That's true. Steph's been in trauma. He's been in a trauma center for 3 weeks.
It was a tough pill to swallow, Rama. I knew what was coming. I was it was just a shot right into the heart when Garoppolo went down.
I agree.
I knew what was coming. I knew it. I could already see it. I mean, even when Garoppolo was in, the way we lost games was just pissing me off. And then with no Garoppolo, I was like, oh, God. That's it.
Well,
everybody had a reason to be mad. I told you week 2, I think Garcon needed to be out of here. Get him away. Trade him. I want them dangling his name around in trade rumors, all that.
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
Yeah. Well, just give him his release. Because his contract is front loaded. I'm not sure if he really feels like playing. Saw him in that press conference yesterday, and he looked a little detached. You know what I mean? He didn't look like he was really that bothered.
Maybe we could offer him to like a contender, like even the Packers.
Oh, what do you want from the Packers though?
Or we could offer him to Dallas. I don't care, Ronbo. I'll take a 5th, 6th rounder. I really don't. I really want him out. I want his contract away from us. I want him out of here.
It's probably all he can get anyway. It's probably the 4th or 5th or 6th round pick.
Yeah, that's how I'm seeing it. I mean, I need him out. Eric Armstead, I need him out. Solomon Thomas, now that he has still a little bit of hype behind him, get him out so we can get some good. Because I don't want to wait another year of people having film on him having 1 tackle, so we have no value out of him anymore.
1 tackle, 4 quarters of football.
Just get him out of here while he has some type of value. Get him out.
I got to tell you, Steph, I don't know if he has any value right now with 1 tackle.
Well, it's gonna be better than waiting a whole another season of him just sucking.
Mm.
Oh, Ronbo, so Salami Thomas is officially official for me.
You know what? I actually had to apologize a little while later. Now we fast forward
No, you didn't.
2 seasons later, and here we are. It looks like I was on target with that. And look, and Corey Davis is doing well with Toronto right now.
See, hey, Ronbo,
Dang it.
I wanted Corey Davis, and then you wanted McCaffrey. Remember that?
Yeah, I had 2 guys. Yeah,
If
I wanted
we would've
McCaffrey
drafted-
and Davis.
Yeah, if we would have drafted either one, we wouldn't have to go out and get McKinnon and spend that money.
Right.
And McCaffrey.
McCaffrey is just a lighter complexion McKinnon. He can run routes and he can go out and catch passes. He runs between the
like a better
tackles.
Breida.
Exactly. I thought that's what Kyle wanted even then. Oh.
Right. And I'm pissed off now that we took Solomon Thomas. I mean, McCaffrey is more of a meaner player than Solomon.
McCaffrey plays the running back position. And he is. You know?
Oh, God.
And you know,
Yeah.
God, he would have been awesome. Him and Jimmy G together would have just good Lord. Because he doesn't have, I mean, he's not got a quarterback that's like real accurate or anything like that. What if he had Jimmy? Oh God.
We would have that, however, $13 million in our arsenal to sign somebody elsewhere. And, I mean, I'm happy about McKinnon spent, but I'm just saying, if you already had McCaffrey.
Yeah, you wouldn't have needed. I do wonder if they would have went after. Would we still have Matt Breida? Because all these things fit together, when you go through the path.
Yeah. I see your point. Well, anything for me, Ronbo, is better than Solomon Thomas. I gave him a chance, but he's number one player on my list that's pissing me off. We spent too much on him, Ronbo. I was so happy about us trading the Bears, making a spectacular move, and we get Solomon Thomas. But enough Solomon Thomas. I'm gonna get pissed off.
No, I agree.
It bothers me about we're right. We're releasing the dogs, like. And if we could, he's not the same Bowman, but if we could have had him, imagine Sherman coming in with Bowman, just to teach our young players.
Yeah,
we would have drafted Fred Warner, and Bowman is learning. Oh my gosh, Eric Reed. Now I come to sense. I'm like, we should have never let him go, Ronbo. I agree. I get the stance of the whole kneeling thing, but
we
Ronbo,
all do. Yeah, good football player is a good football player.
He could have helped Colbert actually tackle.
No, because when Eric hit a man, dude was hit.
And he's a beast.
Yeah, man.
But this season, I'm going to take it in, and it's going to be fun for me because I'm going to be just.
You're not going to be taking it serious.
On a weekly basis.
I know what you're going to say. You're going to look at the season as just a team. You're not going to get emotionally involved. You're just going to watch the 49ers for what they're doing, and you look forward to the draft. I know. We're all getting there. They got to do something. It'll at least be entertaining.
I want them just to look at the players right now. I need offseason to start right now. John Lynch's mind needs to start right now about moves, about our roster. They need to look right now deeper and see how they could flip this team even more around because I don't get it. I don't. And I have a news for you, Ron. Before I go, because I'm taking kind of a while, but Jerry Rice said that because I love me some Beathard. Jerry Rice said that he believes Beathard could actually blossom into something if the team around him played a little better.
There you go. Steph. We're going to go on that note, Steph. But I agree. You need everybody. It's a machine. Every part has to work. I agree. So let's see what he does next week. Because they got to be learning things every week. So let's see what they look like next week.
Yeah.
Or next Monday. All right, Steph. We'll see you a little later that you come back. All right. Good. All right, Steph.
I'm back. Appreciate you, Ronbo.
Hey, appreciate you, Steph. Talk to you later. Oh, man. And T. Breezy also says, otherwise known as Trez, he says, bring back Joe at running back. We need some depth. You know, wouldn't it be funny if Joe Williams did all of a sudden come back? But Joe, his mind right now, I think it's not in the game. That wasn't the same Joe Williams this year as it was last year. So I think he has something going on that we don't know about that's really bothered him. So let's go check out. Oh, man.
Yo,
Let
boy.
me give it to him.
Yes, sir.
Rod.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Rod, you know, man, we go continue to bellyache and moan and groan until we get a win. And then all of a sudden, everybody's going to see the light. They're going to say things, well, you know what? We wasn't patient enough, was we? Now we done won 5 in a row. And remember back in Game 6, we was talking all that stuff? Now we're about to get to 9-7. Can you see it, Rod?
Well, I feel like the Niner Empire, biggest problem is, I think a lot of y'all set y'all expectations
too high.
Yeah, man, because, I mean, I'm just listening to everybody talking about Pierre got to go. Ronbo, let me take you back a game ago when Matt Breida took one to the house. And who was that wide receiver leading the block? All the way to the end zone.
Boy.
Okay?
That's that dog I was talking about.
What's that song Roy Jones, the boxer made? Y'all must have forgot.
Roy Jones, of the famous Jones? Yeah. Roy, did he retire yet? I haven't seen.
Oh, yeah. You know. You know, man, bottom line is, we all knew that Pierre Garçon was regressing. Well, I mean, a lot of us that know football. You know what I mean? I mean, the man had a ACL. Was it ACL or was it Achilles injury last year?
Garçon?
Yeah.
The Garçon? Oh, his neck. That's right. He did have an injury. Remember that Eagles shoved him on the sideline? It was like a serious whiplash of some kind. Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, the bottom line is, I mean, he was one of the guys that we got early. You know, we all know how it went. Mike Shanahan was the offensive coordinator in Atlanta. He came late. So, as far as coaching staff like Robert Saleh and all, you know, I mean, we got what we got what we could get, man. And I mean, it's like I'm just tripping, man. At 1 minute, we all consider Kyle Shanahan a genius. Then when we go through some adversity, everybody just want to dog him. It's like, damn, 49ers. we rebuilding, and I think the problem is a lot of them actually believe what Trent Baalke said. It's not a rebuild, it's a reload.
Retool. He called it a retool.
You know? Yeah. But I mean, Ronbo, I mean, I honestly think like this, man. The fact that Jimmy Garoppolo's out for the season and now we're struggling is part of the proof that he is worth the money that he got. Because as soon as he went, you can start to see the whole team starting to sink and the morale starting to die. So, I mean, obviously, the players believe in this guy. Yeah. So, it's fun. Like I said before, man, I made the point a few of the phone calls of lately to you that the biggest problem that we have on the defensive side of the ball is that we just simply don't have any talent. I mean, we've got a total of, I think, 4 first-round picks. 3 of those picks were Baalke's picks. You know, the only one he didn't get right was DeForest Buckner. Okay, we're giving the DeForest Buckner pick. But Jimmy Ward, awful. Eric Armstead, awful. And the John Lynch era picked Solomon Thomas. So it's like, you got to ask yourself this question, Ronbo. Is it that Solomon Thomas really, really sucked this bad because he was high on everybody's board? Or is it that we just simply don't, or is it just we simply don't have the personnel that has the ability to develop players?
Good point.
Because
how come Eli Harold went to Detroit and all of a sudden he got 3 sacks? That don't make no sense.
Okay. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I look at guys. We had a phone call a while back. I couldn't think of the lineman's name, but we let guys go that
who really, really hadn't proven themselves, but I think they were started to progress well. Quentin Dial, he was one. The other one was Tank Carradine. You know, Carradine finally was in a system that fit him. They just got rid of him. So, I mean, you know, you got to think about all those things, man. We need to draft some players on defense.
And, Rod, you know what's so funny? You mentioned about Trent Baalke picks. Carradine was actually keeping Solomon Thomas on the bench at the beginning of last year until he got hurt. And Solomon came in, and now was into that. He's a first-round pick, number 3 overall. He has got to play. And Carradine never was allowed back on the field. But Tank was setting the edge very well. This is a very scary thing. If you're going to let your draft pick order dictate the players you're going to put on the field, it's going to be a problem because they're not always going to work out. If he's not there, I don't care if it's a first-round pick, he sits until he's able to take his job.
Absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. And as far as the offensive side, man, if I was the front office, you know, everybody going to have their own disagreements on this issue, but I said from the beginning as well that I really didn't think the McKinnon acquisition was going to pan out. I mean, I think the man has a guaranteed contract of $30 million. Man, let's go after Le'Veon.
You know, spend that kind of money. They might.
I mean, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that McKinnon contract, man, because we don't know if he's going to come back. We already got Breida. Breida is basically the same back as McKinnon. He may not be as explosive as McKinnon, but he's just as good. And if we had a Le'Veon Bell, he would only be a second-string running back anyway.
So, Bobby, but we got to stop here, Rod. I like exploring this subject. You know what? Because I think the 49ers might be quietly in that mix. They just ain't saying anything like they did with Jimmy G. But, Rod, we'll look for you tomorrow, okay? You ready for the holler?
Before you get me up out of here, tell me this one last thing.
Right.
Is there anybody in college right now that you can see that you want to make a first-round pick defensively?
Yeah, that big crazy man over in Clemson, that dude coming off the edge, I even like him better than Bosa after I keep watching film. You know?
Okay. You said, the Clemson. Okay. I got Clemson.
You. Yeah. Whoa. So.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. You seen him in action?
But yeah, send me home. Yeah, man, you bad. You bad.
Yeah. Hey.
Send me home, baby.
For the ride.
We'll see you tomorrow, Ronbo. All
right, Rod. Be looking for you. And it's Bethel. Wait for those sounds.
Not today.
Hey, Bethel, you know how much I enjoy that. How could you take that away from me? Oh, Bethel.
I could just step outside and you can hear the sound.
That's okay, Bethel. You're already inside now. But anyway, well, Bethel, what's going on, man? I mean, have you been checking out the conversation tonight? We're sort of looking around, and Pierre Garçon's getting a spotlight put on him. Shanahan, people trying to figure out whether he's doing a good job or not. Yeah.
I go. Once a long time ago, I remember when they tried the West Coast offense in the 49ers. We lost a lot of games with that West Coast offense. And even the coach was, basically like crying in tears because he couldn't get any wins. But when he got that system running, what happened? We started proving everybody wrong. Everybody started like, wow, look at the 49ers. And look at, we went to 5 Super Bowls.
Yep.
And you got we had rough times. I was really sad. I was like, I can't even call a show yesterday because I was really sad of what happened. And but sometimes you gotta pick yourself up. And and I was watching some stuff that they were out there. And, I seen a running back saying, that it's kind of his fault that we didn't win the game. I'm all like, how is it his fault? I'm all like, he, was injured. He couldn't come back. I'm all like, it's,
he's
and I when I seen, that he went out the game, everything changed for us.
I know.
Couldn't do anything on offense.
Yeah.
You know,
He kept,
so that
he kept
running
promising
game,
the guys he was
you know,
coming back
helped
in
out
too.
a lot. Yeah. And that's how much heart he has. It's just, not a lot of players in our offense, have that, basically, feel off that momentum and, try to, say, I got to make this play. I got to, have the ball or, I got to do all this, for him, or I have to do this for the team. That's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually, seeing, Garcon, he didn't catch those balls. I think something was wrong with his arm. That's why he left the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they probably did something. And then after that, he made a badass catch where CJ actually threw the ball, kind of, not, kind of far. And he fucking jumped for that ball and he caught it.
I seen that.
And
that's where CJ should be putting all his passes. The defender can't do anything about that. That's how you got to throw the guys open. See, he'll learn. He'll learn.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff, they could, they could do and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I said it, I go, if our defense comes and play, we'll win the game. But it was the other way around. Our offense need to come and play,
Hey, Bethel, but you heard what somebody said earlier tonight, though. When we play a team with a bad offense, the defense is going to look good.
Yeah.
We play a team with a great defense, the offense is going to struggle. Let's see what happens this week against Green Bay to test this theory out.
When I seen all the stuff that we put out, I'm like, how did we lose with all this stuff high? It's something that is unbelievable, something that you cannot believe that just happened. But, actually, when some of our players got injured, I seen there were people struggling to, protect them a little bit more, try to give them some time. And I seen that 55, he was getting in there, and I'm all like, hey, why, now people are blocking this guy pretty good. You need to block him, so you could give CJ a little bit more time.
Chandler Jones, Chandler Jones led the league last year, didn't he? With 17. You don't need, Joe Staley needs to be 100% healthy, and he wasn't. Chandler Jones took advantage of him this time. We'll see what it looks like when we go to Arizona next time.
Because I seen that that whoever beat us, it was him. He was. If it wasn't because of, if they would have blocked him really good, we would have won that game. But they were not blocking him good. Well, we lost that game because of that guy.
Chandler.
And I remember, and I remember when Joe Montana and Steve Young were playing, and they said that Joe Montana didn't win this game. Is one of the defense guys that were attacking Steve Young and sacking him and make him fumble and everything. He won the game for that team.
It's always the way it is.
That's how that game reminded me.
Yeah, it's always that way. You got a great defender.
And that year,
things.
and that year we ended up going to the Super Bowl, and Joe Montana, didn't even make it to the playoffs.
See,
I think that year.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, look back at Alec. Look at Charles Haley. Charles Haley. Actually, the 49ers could have just sat down out of the way. Charles Haley was a wrecking machine. Anything that the other team was trying to do, Haley was going to ruin you. I mean, it was just going to be. The 49ers just need to come out there and get a couple points on the board. Let Charles handle it from here. God, he was amazing.
Yeah.
We need a guy like that, Bethel. Where is that guy? God.
Hey, they need to look for him. And I remember, I was reading something of, I guess if nobody picks up Bell and Bell is a free agent next year, he actually mentioned that he might come to the 49ers because they'll give him what, he wants.
Yeah. Well, maybe. But Bethel, we got to stop here because we're going to run out of time here before it gets a little late. But we'll look for you tomorrow if you get some time, huh?
And and hopefully, don't keep, nobody keeps up your hopes, and just for me, I'm still, right there supporting my Niners, even though when I went to work, they were all like, hey, I'm all like, hey, I'm all here defending my team, and I'm all here still wearing my sweater, and, even though they, did what they did, but I'm still over here representing them because, as a fan,
that's
what you do.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, at least we didn't do the list like the Raiders, where they got beat, by 10-26, and we only lost by them by 2 points. So
there you go.
There's some good stuff, and the Cowboys didn't win either.
Yeah.
So
there's
a lot of
but the Rams
teams that lost.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Bethel, we're gonna stop. I'll look for you tomorrow.
All right.
Okay. All right.
All right. Have a good night, Ronbo. Have a good show, and
thanks, Bethel.
Thank you for what you do, Ronbo.
Thanks, Bethel.
And let's go Niners.
Yes. Never stop. All right, Bethel. Good night.
Yeah.
And
all right, and have that heart and believe in your team, no matter what.
Agreed. All right.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, Bethel.
Have a good night.
And who is Chip Kelly? He says, remember me? Of course, we'll never forget Chip Kelly. It's Mo. Come on in, Mo.
What's up, Ron?
Mo, man.
How are you?
Yeah, well, I'm as good as a guy that's trying to understand why they lost to an 0-4 Cardinals team. But otherwise, Mo doing all right.
Oh, hey, man. I mean, to be honest, like,
Mo,
I'm going to start off with a little bit of the negative.
Mo, you might be on speaker.
What?
Are you on speakerphone?
Wait, give me a sec. I have these freaking earphones.
Oh, okay, because your sound is... Well, go ahead. Let's see if it's a little low, but go ahead.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm going to start off with a bit of the negatives, then I'll go with the positives. The negatives is we need to, like, we need CJ Beathard to, like, make a good decision. Like, stop being in the pocket for way too long. Because, like, not like our offensive line is not like the freaking Cowboys' offensive line. Like, McGlinchey's playing good, but, like, Joe Staley's getting way too old. And I'm sure he's going to be, like, injured again. So he has to make those quick passes. Because, like, every single time I always see him in the pocket, I always see, like, at least one receiver wide open. He needs to make that decision.
Yeah.
You hear me now?
Yeah, you're okay. You're using, I think you're using Bluetooth, I guess. Is that right?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, yeah. Mo, can I get you to just get into that mouthpiece so I can hear you a little clearer? Now, I heard you say something about...
Sure, give me...
Okay. Throwing guys...
give me a second, let me get it.
Okay. Yeah. Most noticing what I was thinking about, too. Every now and then you see the progressions... Because you got to realize, CJ goes through his progressions at a little slower rate. So sometimes it's now you see it, now you don't. If you don't hit that receiver immediately upon seeing him, because you don't worry about the other progression. If you got a guy open, go for it now. You make that choice. But if you continue to go through the progressions, now the gap is going to close. Now you got nothing. So that's what the thing, especially if you stare at the receiver for that long. Mo, you there? You got your... mouthpiece there?
Yeah, I'm there. Another thing, we need to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. All the fumbles and all the interceptions, especially the fumbles, it keeps on killing us. Don't get me wrong. Our defense played great. I'll give them that. The defense played good. Way better than last week. I'll give you that. Way better. Last week was an absolute dumpster fire for the freaking defense. And now this week's a dumpster fire for the offense. Hopefully it's not a dumpster fire for both on Monday night.
Yeah, I know.
But, like, I'll still root for this team. I'll never become, like, one of those Niner fans who ends up being a Rams fan, so that guy on Twitter.
Wait. Wasn't he special? Somebody said that was fake. There's no way anybody really exists like him. No way. He cannot be real.
Yeah, that's like being a Cowboys fan, and all of a sudden, oh, my Cowboys suck. Oh, might as well become a Giants fan.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like,
and tell everybody. You know, I mean, no shame, and you post it up on Twitter. That's a joke. God.
Like, stick with your team no matter how bad they are, because, like, let's be honest, I bet you this year 49ers will destroy the year when we had Chip Kelly. I'll bet you that.
You think are we going to get 3 wins? Well, all we need is 3. Well, but we need 5 wins to call it destroy Chip Kelly's year.
I mean, yeah, like I don't think we're gonna lose to the Raiders. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully we don't stoop so low that we lose to the freaking Raiders. Hell no.
God, I pray if we don't win but one more game this year, let it please be the Raiders. Oh, Raider fans are the worst. I mean, you walk out your door, there's a Raider fan waiting for you.
Oh my God! I even have cousins who is like Raiders fans, and like the last time we played against the Raiders, who like they beat us the last time we played against them. My cousins want to shut up for like an entire week.
No, they won't stop because they don't get a chance to do that very often. So when they do get a chance to talk bad to a 49er fan after they win, because they only beat us once in 16 years. Mo, how old are you? I think they've only won once since you were born.
I'm like 19, so
yeah, they've only won one time.
Right?
Yeah, last time. Because see, we play every 3 or 4 years because we don't. The league has set aside so we don't play them too often. No more preseason games or anything like that because the 49ers and Raiders, when they get together, somebody's gonna get hurt, physically hurt in the stands.
Oh,
so
yeah,
so they just made it like we only play every 4 years. So it's time now. So 4, 4, 4. And they won this last time. So this is 4 more years. Yeah. So you've only seen the one time the Raiders won.
Yeah, I mean, once in a blue moon, trust me. Yeah. Not only, so back to topic for the Monday night. I wish our defense could still step it up and at least stop Aaron Rodgers. I don't think we're going to win, but at least keep it a close game. We need TJ Becker to be on his prime in this one. We need everyone to be healthy. Like, don't get me wrong, Pierre Garçon's not playing his best. We need to put in freaking Richie James. I want to see that kid play. I do.
I'd love to see him myself. He
I'm
looked
not the one.
He looked a little vicious. Well, we're gonna go. Hey Mo, I tell you what, get on back here and let's talk some more about Monday Night Football. We're gonna talk about it Friday too, but get to that. Let's see what happens during the course of the week.
Sure.
All right.
Hopefully, if I have enough time, I can talk to you again.
Yeah, I know you're a busy man. I know. All right. All right, Mo. Have a good night.
It's amazing to talk to you, man.
Oh, it's really always a pleasure, Mo. Thanks, Phil. Talk to you later. Oh, God. And look at this. Jeff Tan, can you sing some Bruno Mars? Let me see. One of my favorite Bruno Mars songs. Today, I just don't feel like doing anything. I don't want to do nothing at all. Just wait, let me see. If I'm gonna have to work on that for you. Yeah. Bruno's Lazy Day song. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Jersey Joe says, you guys are messing with me, man. Jersey, how can you tell me about your birthday earlier? You just want to hear me sing that awful song, don't you? All right, I got to take him seriously, though, because Jersey Joe, he made me tell the truth. I think he's messing with me, though. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jersey Joe. Happy Niners birthday. Jersey Joe. JJ, man, I'm gonna remember this. If every week your birthday comes up, I'm gonna know. I know you enjoy my singing. I've got an LP, by the way, an EP that's doing pretty. I'll get it to you. And T. Breeden says, please tell these people to quit talking about bringing back Bo. He's slow, can't cover or cut fast, and he's down the Niners. When he got to Oakland, he's now Niner. He's no Niner anymore. Boy, Trez is not happy with the Bowman. Bo's unemployed though. It's really strange. Shoot 559. What's up? Andrew 49ers. Players are smiling after losses because the coaches ain't bringing their heat. I know, right? There was too much happiness in that locker room, right? I noticed that. I mean, you're supposed to be, well, Joe Staley looked a little pissed off, but everybody else is like quotes and answering. I don't know. Jaime Barnisa says, hey, we need to admit the O-line that played with Jimmy G last year for 5 games was better than this year's O-line. No, actually they weren't. Hey, remember, we had already lost, who did we send to? Trent Brown. We had lost him. Was it? It ain't my bad. I knew it. Jersey Joe was kidding me. We'd already lost Trent Brown. Badles was over on the right side. There was I forget the guy that was at guard. At center we had and he's down for injury again. The guy we sent to Miami. The thing was last year, I think a lot of people don't know. Last year, Jimmy G had rehearsed plays, and most of what Jimmy G was doing was off schedule. He was just manipulating the offense because they worked on it in practice. They went through some rehearsed plays, and they got those down. When you got a handful of plays, and then Jimmy's telling his guys what to do, then it's a different story, right? So this year, G's trying to focus on learning the playbook. You got a better offensive line, far better offensive line than he had last year. Those guys are actually ranked in the top 10. I know, nobody believes it. Check it out. Look it up for yourself. It's about the fact that Jimmy's trying to learn the offense. CJ's trying to do the same thing. There is this period between when Kyle Shanahan first gets a hold of an offense, they go along. Remember the Falcons? We beat the Falcons in that year, I think it was Tom Sula. We beat the Falcons that year when Kyle Shanahan first got there. Remember that? The next year, the Falcons beat the crap out of the 49ers. Same team. So we have to realize it's a process with Kyle. They'll go along a little while. 2015, we beat the Falcons. Okay, there's going to be some discrepancy here. Jim Tom Sula. That's what I just said. I didn't? Okay. Anyway, Jimmy Tom Sula's 49ers, we beat the Falcons, beat them up that year. The following year, we went back and the Falcons beat us down through the floorboards, right? Because, as I say, it takes a minute for the people to catch on to what Kyle is cooking. And that's why Kyle's getting all this criticism, all this hate. You're going to change your mind soon. Garoppolo's going to get it. With his potential, he's liable to be unstoppable, but not until after. And I worry that he's not there now progressing and learning so he can finally become a part of his DNA, if that's possible, and start moving naturally in it, you know? Because, I'll never forget the Packers in that playoff game. The Falcons had just got through wiping the floor with the Hawks the week before, and that was when the Hawks were at their best. And then they played the Packers, and I remember the Packers players saying, he didn't even need an offensive line. I'm talking about Matty Ice. He didn't even need an offensive line. We couldn't touch him. He was getting rid of that ball as soon as it was snapped. Now, Alex Mack was the center for the Falcons, and it's very important that the center knows how to manipulate a defense. But that's what you got coming down the road. Some people think it's all about the players. It's not. Not completely. You got players. All they got to do is follow instruction. The ball's going to be where they need to be. This is why players like Dante got everything's. Maybe it's the headphones. It is. Dante Pettis. As soon as you get players like Dante Pettis that could run routes like he does, this guy's going to be a fiend in that system. I hope Goodwin can hang on for just another year and maintain that speed. You got Trent Taylor. He could be pretty much equal to Taylor Gabriel because of that quickness. You need certain elements, and Kyle is trying to put them together, but our patience is running thin because we want it now. Give it to us now. But it ain't going to happen now. And that's just the way it works with him. I've already got that figured out. Hey, Lucius Thomas says it's no guarantee that a number 1 pick will be a game changer. Hey, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? But if I was on defense, wait a minute. Solomon Thomas is on defense, huh? Anyway, a lot of time they end up being bust. It's the players picked in the later rounds that end up being game changers. It's so dang true. San Francisco can't bleeping blame that on just one person. Bleep, man. Neither can we credit one person for a win. True. Y'all folks got to realize this is a team sport, not like freaking golf, tennis, boxing, or video gaming. It's true. It is a group situation. It's a team game. I love this name. Mooch. Is that Mooch 20? Is that right? Mooch 21. It says only injuries are stopping us right now. Let's stop talking about next year. That's quitter talk. Faithful, don't quit. Brick by brick, we will get better. We'll beat the Packers by 3. Mooch, I'm with you, man. I will never, ever argue with a fan that's thinking positive. I don't care what they're saying. If people talk about Super Bowl, you notice if somebody was tempted to go to Super Bowl right now, hell yeah. Sheik the Freak. We got another beat. You guys already went through this, Sheik. You guys are comical. You got to make guys, I'm going to stop singing a birthday song because now it's going to be like you're sitting in a restaurant. You know what your buddies like to do? You're sitting there with a bunch of guys, especially guys, and usually there's a few girls that sprinkle involved too. You're sitting there. All of a sudden, here comes the whole entourage in the back of the restaurant. Happy birthday, Ronbo. Happy birthday, Ronbo. Happy birthday. And it's embarrassing, right? This is the cake down. You want to make a wish? I wish my friends would grow up. It's not my birthday today, but I'm going to eat this cake anyway. I already seen Joe say that. Hey! Anyway. And we did that one already. 49ers for life. 49ers should have practice today. No days off. They need to heal up. If you ever play ball, your body has to have at least, it takes actually 48 hours before you actually feel really good. Well, anywhere near normal. And Captain Channel says, I say we try to get Le'Veon at the end of the season, give him away for a good draft pick and maybe a good player. And that's what they want. I don't know what they mean by a good player or what round draft pick will work. Nick Ramirez says, sometimes you look like you ate one of Josh Gordon's brownies. I saw that when you said that. That was after I was doing my imitation of a man that's lost his mind. I know, right? You're thinking, what do you mean lost your mind? When did you possess your mind, Ronbo? I know. Junior Barrera. He says, I'm from Los Angeles and hate the Rams and the Chargers. Coming to LA, get the bleep out of here. We only support the best Cali team, the San Francisco 49ers. If you smell, give me that name again. What? Junior is cooking. Oh. Otis Meadow, PEDs. Hey, you know what? I think I could talk football and hang out with you, man. I'm telling you, we could go 24 hours. I think I've already made that promise. If we ever go to the Super Bowl, what am I saying? If we ever, when we get to the Super Bowl, the celebration after that, I'm telling you right now, fam, I'm here all night. I may fall out, go to sleep. I'll put the headphones on. Everybody says, hey, Ronbo. Ronbo. Ronbo! Oh! Hey! I said I'd be here for 24 hours. I'm going to be here for 24 hours, fam. Did you think that Super Bowl? Are we the baddest mofos in the world? Niners! You on that parade tomorrow? You know, get all that fun talk. Oh, I'm getting a message to calm down, relax, breathe, and say goodbye. I can do that. You know, I forget sometimes children are watching. Listen, don't do like Uncle Ron. I get a little stupid sometimes. Do your homework, eat your vegetables, pretend like you're normal, even if you're not, in front of others. And if somebody asks you what your problem is, don't say, I've been watching the Ronbo show. They'll take me off the air. Or better yet, your mom will take your YouTube privileges. Hey, thank the Mod Squad. They were kicking some serious butt tonight. Thanks, guys. You're looking good tonight, too, I'm telling you. And please, as Sheik would say, hit that like! Hit that like! Please. And I'll see you tomorrow night in red and gold. I know! Wait a minute, a little lubricant. Little lubricant? You think I'm drinking KY jelly, don't you? Boom. See you tomorrow.